Morning, good morning, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Little Stevie. What you know about that, sir?
Stevie was one of them. He was one of them. You know,
Stevie was definitely one of them.
He was one of them, man. He could have said, "I'm him." He could have said, "I'm him."
Definitely.
And who's gonna doubt it?
Not nobody.
We're gonna, you know, like we said, like we talked about last week. There's always gonna be a clown that want to be different and be negative. No, he wasn't. He couldn't see.
One of the best filters they made on social media was the clown face.
Yeah.
The only problem I see is the people that should be using it don't. Hey, WHIV 102.3 FM New Orleans. Of course, it is the Morning Brewe. Yours truly, Don P, getting it in, doing it how I do it. Monday through Fridays, you can catch me right here live from the WHIV studios. I got my main man, Mr. Serv, on from No Limit Records in the building. What's up, Serv? Ooh,
It's been one of them weekends.
It's another one.
A Tokyo flop.
Another one, bro.
It's one of them weekends.
Man, you had a great weekend.
It was great.
You seen the babies.
I was tired.
I seen you on social media with all your kids.
Well, all of them, not
except one.
Yeah, except two.
Two. All right, you was missing two.
Yeah.
But that's what's up. I seen the gang though.
Yeah,
y'all look beautiful.
It was refreshing, man.
And your new daughter-in-law.
Yeah, man.
She was glowing.
Got one more month, man. April 2nd. You know, Delia Irish Smith will be here. Another Smith.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
I'm beefing with my son though.
Oh, you beefing with your son?
I told him he got to keep with the legacy, the initials. You know, all my kids' initials are the same as mine, ECS, right? And so I said, well, look, son, I'm gonna let you go on this one. And if you have, if you're blessed to have another one, you guys, and it's a boy, keep the legacy up. But all my kids initial. That's the one thing I begged them. Said just give me this legacy that
I know
everybody
my
initial.
daughter did the same thing. She went against the grain because
Yeah,
all my kids' initials is
yeah,
DP.
yeah,
All of them DP. And
yeah,
my daughter, she went against the grain because she went with Kamari,
yeah.
but she kept our last
That's
name.
that new
So
generation. Yeah, we still got the last name, but and I told him, I said, well, that's your family, and we can't force that on there. I said, could have tried. He said, I tried that. So I'm like,
even I ain't gonna even lie, even my oldest son and my other daughter, her brothers and sisters, they was like, yo, why you didn't keep it going? My son said, man, I'm keeping it going, me.
yeah.
He was like, my son said, I'm gonna keep it going, me.
Excuse me.
You all right?
I know.
Take a
He
breath.
he was yeah. He was saying it was gonna be a boy. He was going, and I kept saying name him after you because he asked me why did you give me your name, Dad? And I said, well, I said, son, I wanted you to make it in the world on your name.
I said the same thing. That's the only reason they ain't have no
And
junior.
then and excuse me. And then I played a chess game. Why I named him that. Also, he kept the letters, but I didn't want them to see him coming. And people might say something, but this me. I'll be in my blackness. You know, his name, of course, and I noticed people didn't see me coming because if they would say, people don't know my real name is Edward Corey Smith, but it's Edward. And so when you think of Edward and say you look at this, excuse me, your resume and whatever, whatnot, and you got that name Edward, right?
So you actually thought about that?
Uh,
You thought
no,
about
I
that?
thought, because I knew why I was named that, my father, but I sit down and thought about it. And I said, I'm gonna give him the ECS, right? And so I named him, but the only thing I gave up was the middle name because I named him after one of my favorite basketball players, the middle name, Carmelo from Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, okay.
And I remember when he was like a month before, well, months before he was born. That's when Carmelo played in the championship of Syracuse down there as a freshman. So I named him Ian Carmelo Smith. And you just take the Carmelo out and Ian Smith. Would you see him coming? Would you see that coming? If everything line up on his resume, everything the way is that, and you just impress the young man. And we didn't have social media back then. Remember where you can go look up somebody's page, right? And you look at it and coming from great schools, everything that he's doing, would you see it coming? You think, Ian, you're not thinking. I'm sorry, you're not thinking of a black person. So I thought it hit. That's the way I looked at it, and people really did because my son, when he got into what he was doing, coding and with computers and everything, and I remember the joke that when he went to get one of his first little interns, and the guy was like, because he wasn't on social media or whatever, and he was like, man, after talking to you and talking to you, he said, I didn't know you was a brother. That's what he told him. And he said, Dad, that actually really worked. He said, because I just feel like interview wise, I really thought when he was talking to me that I don't think he know that I'm black. And and that was something people might think, man, that's crazy to think, but that's the way I thought about it. You be exceptional good at what you do, be exceptional as a citizen, and most important, God fearing young man, which he is. Because his grandfather was a reverend, and that really instilled a lot in him. So, the name Ian Smith, it definitely caught people off guard. And that's how I envision it. You
Good
know.
stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, man. Good morning, man. I see a lot of my Brew Crew members starting to tap in this
Mhm.
morning. My apologies. Serv was traveling yesterday, and I was playing
Yeah,
hooky.
yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I needed a day. I had a long weekend, and I'll tell you a little bit about my weekend
yeah,
review.
yeah.
I had a lot going on myself, just dealing with family and business and stuff like that. So I think life is about pace, and I'm big on that. A lot of people don't know that
Hmm.
about me, even though it looked like I'm running all the time. I am definitely big on pace, and it was just one of those. Yesterday was one of those perfect times for me to kind of catch up on some things that I hadn't caught up on. I got a lot of paperwork done yesterday that I needed to get done. Shouts out to, but I want to shout out to my Brew Crew before we get to start running this morning, man. Shouts out to LGJJ Productions. He said, Morning Brew, listening, taking my daughter to school. Kudos to him, man. I'm loving all the dads out there doing their daddy
Oh,
duties.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna actually post some of my daddy duties later on today. A lot of people don't know. Every single morning I wake up, I fix my son breakfast. I fix my son a nice, balanced, healthy lunch.
Yeah, we done dashed out. We
I,
done dashed out to get him something.
yeah, I
Yeah, yeah,
package I package
yeah.
his lunch, make sure his lunch is good
Well, when you're a winner like he is,
every morning.
dating
And
500.
then also I pray with my family every morning. So I like one of the things I've been working on, some of my mentors and my PR people been telling me they want me to show more of my life and the things that I'm doing on an everyday basis. I know I show and tell you guys a lot. And they always say, man, if people only knew half of the things that you was doing, Don, maybe they would appreciate your value a little bit more. So
Yeah.
that's going to be something that I'm working on. I'm a little nervous about that, I must admit, because I'm not really a show my life type person. Like, I work in the entertainment business, but you got to remember, I've been doing this way before social media. So the demand to show so much of the inside of your life wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah, I was very resistant to it because when we was at No Limit, one of the things our publicists, when you're on those levels, you have your publicists, right? And you have like some of the best. I'm gonna put it like this: they fees are pretty high. You know what I'm saying? And so they would always be like, "You got," because it's like they knew social media was coming. They say you people, and the thing they used to say to get more record sales. People have to feel like they know you better than anybody else because they know everything you do and everything about you. And that's gonna make them talk more about you. So you have to show more of your life. And we was very resistant. And for me, it was always because that was part of the reason I walked away, from No Limit when I left because I was burnt out. I was tired. I felt my life didn't belong to me. I just didn't like it, right? But then the social media age come and I start realizing that and I'm still a little resistant. You know what I'm saying? Because you try to keep some things away from because when mad day come, people bring up stuff when they can't get to you. The trolls that we talked about, they will go deeper, and when they go deeper, it's like you people like me and you. You decide that you want to win an argument on the internet, and you decide to go and say something about my personal life or my family. I'm sorry about them. I'll go back to the university. I'll sit down. If you know what I mean. So it's like opening up and I know how you feel because it's like I'll let you all in it, but then you get mad with me because say I don't speak one day, when I'm moving around and you decide, well, yeah, blah, 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 blah,
You
and
you
yeah,
know
and
you
it's
know
like,
what make me nervous about showing people my life,
mhm.
or giving up too much information, because nowadays people in the modern day society that we live in, there's no rules,
Mm-mm.
right? There's no code. There's no code of ethic.
They
Like,
don't live by the code we live by.
yeah, once upon a time there was a code of ethic. One of the things that I'm seeing right now, and I'm really getting flustered.
Yeah.
It would probably be a good word. Fed up, maybe even a better word.
Let's do it. Aggravated. I get aggravated. I'm getting very aggravated. I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, you said some very nice words, and I know you got some very choice words you could use. But me, I'm getting very aggravated with the whole.
You know what it
Yeah.
is though? Because there's no code of ethics. So me and Serv, it's like me and Serv have a disagreement on the radio, and then I bring up the man wife. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I
But that's what people would do. That's what
and
they.
this the type of world that we living in.
It's I got to win this for who? If it's just me and you, who do you have to win it for? For what? Who you think watching?
But
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 if you
but
someone like you
I've
and
seen
I, a
it.
lot of people watching.
I've seen it from a lot of levels, and I just use that as an example.
Yeah.
Two kids get to fussing with each other.
No, no, no. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying it seemed like they got to win. Like whoever it
I'm gonna
might
talk
be.
about your mama.
Yeah,
Dig up your dead mama.
and if you're
You
arguing
you
if you're arguing with a female, it's two things. You're arguing with a female, definitely gonna bring your wife up, right? Or your significant other if you're not married or whatever. If you're arguing with a dude, it's possible he'll bring that up, but he gonna more bring up money in our careers. See, we different. We caught in the stage when we have a disagreement with somebody out there. They're not gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying. Well, look, you ain't no real. You know how the street thing go. First thing they gonna say, man, you ain't hitting on it with your little show that you own, and Don P. And I never liked Don. Wait, you know Don P? I don't know him. I'm just saying with somebody who told you. What they told you know you sitting back and you like, and they like to, and it's like you're not gonna hurt me because the way we look at it is we somewhere you're not, and we're doing something you will want to do because everybody will want the attention that we do have, and we want the attention for a good thing because we want to be informative to the public. We want to talk. We want to let things know, But that's the way it is, bro. It's to a point, and you've been talking about it for a while, and I've always saw it. But you making me open my eyes to a lot of it, and then I start paying attention. If I don't answer inbox, or I might say for sure, man, appreciate you, thank you. Then next thing you know,
they get mad at me. They gonna say
that's
something
all
about
you gonna say.
Now they gonna say something about my kid.
That's all you gonna say. I never liked your music; it was trash. But then you just first said, "Hey, Mr. Servo, I'm one of your biggest fans. I listen to all your music, such song." And it's like you sitting back and they're like, and then if you try to be politically correct, because what we do, we're not trying to ruin, and I'm not trying to ruin your brand because I'm one of them will say something back. And now I take a deep breath and they go on and on. I'm like, okay, you say my music trash, but you bought it. So my family thanks you.
You said, yeah. It brings me back to a discussion that I was having with my wife yesterday. This wasn't even a long time ago, but maybe I'll get into that situation. Maybe I won't. But we was dealing with a situation, and I was talking to my wife, and I said, it is very difficult, almost impossible, to be politically correct in an environment that don't operate on politically correct rules and ethics.
Correction. Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It is very difficult to be a logical person in an environment where people don't think logically. Right? Mm-hmm. That is why the Bible always tell you, be aware of arguing with fools or having disagreement with fools. That's why the Bible tell you that's what in several different ways. The Bible tell you that in several different ways. I use that one where it says something about, you know what I'm saying, don't have disagreement with fools. The Bible also say be equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm starting to.
And it also.
I should have put my organ sound effect in there.
Wait a minute. I was about to tell you. It's Mad Monday. And
it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Let's talk about it Tuesday.
I should have put my organ in there.
I want to introduce y'all today to a man that God has anointed. A man that God has said, speak your mind this morning, son. Speak your mind.
I was about to go into it.
I want to introduce y'all to Reverend Durham. And I am Deacon. I will run up on you and pull up on you. Continue, sir. Please touch the podium, sir.
For real. I'm serious. The Bible tells you in several different ways of like, man, be mindful of the people that you are interacting with.
Be mindful. Be mindful.
Because they'll pull you in. I should have had the organ. I'm gonna come back to it later.
Yeah, man. And on the lighter note, man. It's a sad morning and it's a good morning for me. Great morning. Today's wifey's birthday, man. Saying
happy birthday, wifey.
I won't say what age she made, but she wears it well and she loves it. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to say something, but I'm not gonna get in trouble. But this morning is her birthday, man, and so today is her birthday, man, which I'm so appreciative. That is my soul, that's my heart. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I want to push her in front of a moving street car, and then save her right before it hit her. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'll kill a street car if it hit her. So yeah, man, that's my heart, that's my soul today. But she shares her birthday with God's greatest gift to me, man. My mother, my late great mother, you know what I'm saying, who would have been 96 today, who passed when she was 94. And so, today is like an up and down day for me, man. Got to check on my nephew who was a grandson, so this is a rough day for him. and my kids, because it's especially, and that, you know, and the funny thing about it, bro, my kids did something, man, that really shocked me. I think my kids knew I had a heavy heart going into my mother's birthday this morning, you know, and so they did something, man, that messed me up. They they got together, and my middle girl, she said, "Look, we're gonna sit around for dad and say things that tell things about our grandmother that, you know, 'cause we want you to not be sad. We want you to be strong, right?" And so one thing, man, I know we about to get into our music break and everything, man. And one thing that had me laughing, I was laughing and crying at the same time with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were telling me things she did that I didn't know she did with their relationship with her. I did not know, man. My mama, God rest your soul, mama, I love you to death. She gave two of my chick kids their first taste of beer on Mardi Gras.
That's what's up.
And I said, I came to bring them to the parade. She said, "You don't remember, Dad? We were asleep. We wouldn't get up." I said, "Yeah." She said, she gave us, they talking about, "Don't tell your daddy," and gave them their first little taste of beer, man. So, you know, and they had me laughing about certain things, man, my son and all that. So it was just great, man. And just making me know what type of mother I had, man. So today it's happy because it's wifey birthday. You know what I'm saying? And she deserved it. Strong, man. Strong woman. Stood the test of time. And then, you know, the greatest person God ever made next to his son Jesus Christ to me, you know, my mother.
Definitely,
And
man.
so, yeah,
Just want to throw a little background music in there for you.
Yeah, man.
Good love.
My kids, man. My
That's
kids.
what that story made me feel like, man. You got your wifey, your late mother birthday today,
and their birthday
man.
the same. And this is the crazy part. My mother was a natural redhead.
Love
for a black woman, right? From Donaldsonville, Louisiana. And my wife is a natural redhead. And their birthday, you know, are the same day. You know what I'm saying? And when I met her, that was the first thing she was like, "We know you get in the comments." Back then, you know how we did it. Not like today's dating, you know, you talk a little bit, you talk on the phone till you fall asleep and all that and act like you're not asleep. And I heard everything you said. And, you know, we go back to that. And so, you know, when she told me, and I remember I was half asleep, and she was like, "Yeah, and the signs and all that." So I was like, "Yeah, that's what you are." She said, "Yeah, March 10th," and I stopped. Reason I went above and beyond to get you, and then she let me know we had met a lot of years before that. You know, she had a crush on me or whatever, seeing me at her first job. She gonna kill me. She used to be selling clarines in the plaza. Did a court in the plaza.
Yeah.
And I teased all the time. I said every time I walked in there to go to Foot Locker, you saw me and you wanted me. So you used to be screaming louder, "Coconut! I got coconut! I got caramel clarines." So we joke about that, and I think it was meant for us by God, because all them years later, you know what I'm saying, then I end up meeting her. And so when she said that, you know, her birthday was the same day as my mother's birthday, and she natural redhead or whatever, you know, I was just like, and then I started seeing the similarities. I was like, hmm. And I always look at my mom now, and I jump to we get off this, you know, I always look at when things get rough for me mentally and what I deal with every day, career wise and everything else. You know, I felt like my mom was like, she finally left when she knew I got somebody for him. He gonna be all right. You know, and I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? I think when we work through our hard times, I always sit back and say my mama didn't leave till she knew. Because then last 2 years of my mother's life, she got really close to my wife. My wife was there to help me with my mom, you know, with Alzheimer's and stuff. And I think my mom got to a point where she was like, "He good."
Sending this one out to Serv wifey right here. We sending this one out to wifey right here. I got you, bro. Hold up.
Man, you should have played Luke Skywalker. Don't stop, get it. No, I'm joking, baby. I'm joking, baby. I'm joking.
Sending this one out to wifey right here. No, yeah.
You just hit one of them moves this morning, huh? I'll break it down. Oh,
yeah.
It is.
So much to me. It's nothing more precious. Cut up, man. We gotta. I was sitting over here going through the music. I had so many songs I was looking for. I was looking for that. You're my wifey.
Oh man.
Hey,
That's my partner, man.
I got you,
That's
bruh.
my partner,
I
bro.
got you.
When you go, we I think as black people, what we forget.
We gotta get a little special birthday dinner set up.
Yeah, what do you think about this? A lot of times, I think we, because of social media and all this stuff, we forgot how to court, romance, date. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And it's so when you have someone that after a lot of years and through the ups and downs and they still there, you almost be relieved. You ever sit down and be relieved, not just because you know you have a great wife, right? You just like, man, I wouldn't want to be out there right now. You know
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying? Like,
yes indeed.
man, I wouldn't want to be out there right
So
now.
often I am like, man,
I had an argument, and see, people don't think men think like this. You know, women mostly live. I'm glad I'm not out there. It's bad. I ain't nothing out there. Ain't nothing out there. They don't. A lot of people don't know. We as men, we think that we keep everything to ourselves. But here on the Don P Morning Brew Show, we'll speak our mind. You really, as men, we sit back and be like, man, that woman run my mind, had me going, Lord, I could just push her in front of the street car and just save her right before it hit her. But man, I'm so happy that I'm not out there today trying to find love or just find a moment or a night. You know what I'm saying? Or that dun, 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 you know, that
for me it's a little different because I never bought into the social media hype or the hype of people talking about, you know, not being in a relationship and wanting to be single. And I always
yeah.
felt like to have a companion was a good thing.
No, I always because I come from, as they say, and I come from courting. You know that when they say you got to court this woman, and when you courting back then, you going through everything in the world to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like I got to get you, I got to have you, and so I think, man, that's what I come from. So social media, you just like you watch all this stuff, and you get to a point where you like, man. And you look over at her, and she probably be done drove you up a wall that day, right? And you look over there and say, "Hey, I'm all right." You know what I'm saying? You look over there and you say, "I'm all right, man." You know, that's my
Right.
homie right there. And you happy to see it because especially in the business you and I in, we see some stuff out there. You know what I'm saying?
Every day.
We see some stuff out there. And I'm not just saying with the females, just the whole atmosphere of
In
of
general, the
a
whole
man woman thing. The
yeah.
man woman thing. And you sitting back and then you see a lot of females too. And I would say this, and this is encouraging to my females. I feel like a lot of females, especially in this day and age, they go through a lot because they try to put this thing up. I'm good. I'm independent. I'm single. I don't need a man. And and look, I'm gonna get mine just like a man get theirs, and I'm good and whatever. And you're sitting there like, man, that's a damaged person right there, man.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy that you bring that up. We're gonna jump into the
yeah,
music break after this. I'm gonna say this
yeah.
one little piece on that. I was watching a post from two very, very successful. I ain't gonna even lie. They in that top tier of women when we talking about financially. I'm talking about in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Two women. They both are single. And they both were saying, man, I wish these are two very successful women that own multiple businesses from the city, and they made was I was watching a post yesterday, and they was like, with the way things are going right now in the world, I wish that I had a companion. I wish I had somebody that was with me. And she
I can
said,
believe that.
and they were saying, not only for the companionship, but they was like, being in a relationship right now is a great business decision
Yeah.
because of the economy.
Yes, yes. And like I said before, real quick, before we go to music, I said before, and I'm sorry, a Caucasian woman, it was found out that she did this, right? Because she was a group of women that believed that saw the great potential in black men, right? And then of course they saw the other aspect too. You know what I'm saying? The things that they imagine being what a black man is. And they helped start the independent movement. You know what I'm saying? To put it out there with fake pages or whatever with other black women saying I don't need a man, I'm independent, and they pushed that even more so. They wasn't the only ones, but they pushed it on for alternative, which made what happened down the line. Black women, you know, and black men getting into it, and I'm independent. I don't need you. This, that, and that, and that, and thus, you know, you start seeing the long term effects of broken homes. And so, you know, because they wanted these black men, and also, you know, they saw the potential and what can do if they like, okay, let me back and support this black man or whatever, you know, for they look at their own. So in this day and age, man, I believe in women because you get a lot of women when they get to a point, just like men, and see women just learning that because now they're coming into their greatness even more so because they fought for it, right? But they start believing what we believe, where we sit down and say, man, you know what? It's cool. Have all this money, have all this, but man, I don't have a queen to share it with.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? See, they don't know. We want y'all. We don't want to sit in the $100 million house, $100 million, because it gets to a point where 90,000 women that then came through. You sit down and say, man, I really want to wake up.
Now you made me think of another song.
Yeah, I want to wake up. I want to wake up to that beautiness. You know, your breath might be killing me and the hair might be all over, but I want to wake up to that. I love you. You know what I'm saying? And that morning kiss and whatever, whatnot. And
this was song
yeah.
you made me think about when you said that. Hold on. This one.
Oh, there it is. Of course, we all sometime want to walk in our $1 million dreams by ourselves because we so
This was song you made me think about when you said that one, man.
Because when you got a house, see, it's a difference between a house and a home. See, I can have a house. I can have a house, but it don't become a home. So I got someone to share it with. Because a woman is God's gift to a man's desires and completion in life.
I'm going to hit this one for karaoke this week.
You know,
here we go.
And Don said he going to sing it. Talk to me, Luther. Big Luther. I want to hear Big Luther right now. I want Big Luther with the Jerry curl. Yeah. I want Big Luther that had, was it Whitney that was singing background for him? Who that was singing background? That's what I want. That's the Big Luther. Sing.
A chair, still a chair.
A chair, still a chair. When
even when they're sitting there.
Somebody got to sit there. Somebody got to sit there.
All right, man. It's the Morning Brewe, WHIV 1023 FM New Orleans. Big old Tuesday, man. Big old Tuesday.
Talk about it.
Talk about it Tuesday. About to get into it, man. Serv back. I'm back. The number's 504-623-9448.
Big back activity. I got to tell you about that.
We got it coming up, man. Big back activity of the day coming up. Our show, man. We got topics. We're going to talk news. International news, national news.
Good morning, Cooking with Nash. Cooking with Nash on there. That's probably one of your people. That's one of your people.
Cooking with Cash. That's my guy. Cooking with Cash.
I'm sorry, Nash. I mean Cash. Oh man, I had to.
That's the chef over there at Bayou Social.
Whoa, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Talk the big guy.
Yeah, that's the big guy.
I'm gonna use this song. When them egg rolls came out. When I first saw him, I said, man, this possible security. And see, a restaurant could be a food spot, but when you got Chef Cash, excuse me, it becomes a restaurant. Because when them seafood egg rolls came out, I knew it was a restaurant. I knew it was a place.
Shout out to Bayou Social, man. Go check out the $8.99 lunch special, man. They got the $8.99 lunch special, man. Go check them out. Doors open at 11 o'clock.
And that cup of gumbo that he brought.
My guy over there, Chef Cash, man.
Let me tell you something. Cash about 6'7".
We'll play a little bit of this song, then I'll be right back with a little bit more. Coming up on 8 o'clock, man. We got to get into it. Now I call your name. Suddenly your face a cold again when it is
Pretty little darling.
From uptown to downtown, from Gulfport to California, you're listening to the brand new WHIV 1023.
Ain't meant to live alone. And a house is not a home.
I get nervous if I'm about to say.
Turn the key.
So you done messed me up because you done told me that shit. Man, oh man.
I'm still in love.
I'm still in love with the egg roll. And seafood egg
Man,
roll.
we sending this one out to Serv, baby.
To my baby.
When she get home from work, you just be in the kitchen with that with the apron on.
I got one too.
Just be in the kitchen with your apron on.
With a glass of Kool-Aid. Y'all know the best. Y'all know the rest.
You feel me?
It ain't gonna happen because sugar gonna be there.
Got to smell it, but put sugar. Sugar gotta go in the cage on these days. This one of them days. Sugar got to go in the cage.
Laying in my spot right now.
Sugar got to go in one of Sugar dog houses.
I told Sugar the other day, I'm not looking like how you look my wife straight in the eyes, all close and all that. You're a dog, man.
Still in love.
Yeah, in love, man. Them too.
All right, man. WHIV 1023 FM, New Orleans. Of course, it is the Morning Brewe. I'm yours truly, Don P. Getting it in, doing it how I do it. Monday through Fridays, you can catch me right here live from the WHIV studios. I got my main man back in town after a beautiful, beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I ain't even get to talk with the baby.
It was the baby shower. Real quick, we'll do a quick weekend review. Tell everybody why you were out of town.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, man. My son and his wife. The baby shower was this weekend for my second granddaughter. God bless. She comes into this world, comes in here healthy. You know what I'm saying, and everything. And so we had the shower, and she's due April 2nd. And so Delia Irish Smith. So and then the great thing I forgot to tell you, Don, you know, my middle baby, the one I tell you, I know one thing, she ain't gonna let him put me in a home. I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? She also has a new business along with her mom. They decorate for events. And she did the reveal, and it was awesome. What
she did the decorations.
Yeah, so she event decorated whatever it's called. I forgot. And she did that, and I thought it was just an anomaly, you know, like she just did it because she just one of them, you know, with school and everything, and she's that type of child. And that's why I told you would love her to death. She is a child of God, runs Sunday school, you know, for the kids, and I mean,
that's a good thing, right there.
She's abiding by, because her grandfather was a Methodist reverend, and my mother was such a church girl, so she was in church since she was 6 months old, 3 months old. But long story short, she also did the stuff for the baby shower. I got to put the stuff up later. So if you're in the Houston area, her and her mother has a new business. I got to find out what the name of the business is. I didn't get that. I was just so amazed by how they did that room, man. And the only thing, and I'm gonna leave you with this one. I don't like going to the events because once it's over, me being the man and being dad, guess who got to do the most cleaning up and picking stuff and putting stuff up?
That's what you was invited there for.
I know. I thought it was just
that's what you was invited for. Put all the stuff in the car.
And then she hit me with it.
Clean up all of the trash and all the gifts that they open. You gotta make sure that whatever room you rented, you gotta make sure it's clean. You end up mopping and sweeping.
Was I to throw it off because when they was opening some of the gifts, right? And you know, people had bought clothes, and you know, people try to be funny, like cute. Oh, look at this one. This is a little bathing suit and all this, you know, for big. I started making faces, and my daughter, she was like, "Dad, why are you making faces?" My grandbaby putting that on, and then somebody decided to. One of them was a female Dallas, because they're a Dallas Cowboy fan. Female baby, you know, the little infant Dallas Cowboy, little thing. That's when I said something. I said, "We're not doing that."
Oh, they had bought a little baby Dallas Cowboy.
I said
cheerleading outfit.
She would be black and gold. She might be born out here, but Her roots and her blood runs down in New Orleans. I said,
Now,
yeah,
how you gonna be fussing and fighting with the people in Texas?
man.
That's gonna be a tough one.
No, now look, wait, but it was worse when I looked over there. We was outnumbered, because I said because my son's beautiful wife, man, she's Mexican, what I'm saying, has been high school sweetheart, man, all the way up. And I look over there, they deep like we be deep. They be a little deeper. And and one of them decided to say one of the uncles, oh, it'll be a Houston, Texan man. I said, I looked over there, was a lot of them. I looked over at my side. We could talk about that. We could talk about
We
that.
might could get down with the
Yeah,
Texans.
yeah, we get down with the Texans,
but we ain't gonna do no
we ain't doing
Cowboys.
no Cowboys. We're not doing no Cowboys to save our life, man.
I
We ain't
like
doing-
it. He said we can negotiate
We
the
can negotiate.
Texans.
and they sitting over there, and I'm looking over at them. I'm like, well, they deep. She got a lot of uncles. I'm a fighter though. I'm a fighter,
He
but
said she got a lot of uncles.
that's when you look at the phone. I knew my homie Lump was supposed to be coming over here, man. He's supposed to meet me here. But now I gotta get y'all the name of the new business, man. So if y'all in the Houston area or got relatives, anything, and they got events and things like that, and they're very good at it, and they do travel. You know what I'm saying? They do all types of events. So I'm proud of my baby girl. She done jumped into that business. And with our mom's help, and it's something good. They doing it together. So it's been eventful, man. And then I traveled with my 18-year-old, which was pleasant, man, because I really got to talk to her and about her future plans or whatever. And then my dumb self realized she has a driver's license. And I finally let her drive, right? I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. But she could drive, man. She do her thing, man.
So she did a good job.
Yeah, once she got her music going, then I had to listen to that 18-year-old music. And I'm sitting there as a rapper.
I know you was up in there like
man, I'm like,
you.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's it. That boy, you must have been there. Cause I'm sitting there like, and then I got the point like, who that is? I was saying that too much. You like, Daddy, how you consider how you consider a rap legend and you don't know who that is? That's little pickle meat. Who? I don't know who that is. I don't know these rappers. She was like, how you in this business and you don't? And I kept on saying, who is that? Who is that? And I'm
all the new TikTok dances.
Oh yeah, I'm actually on one. She videoed.
And you gonna call me baby boo? No.
I ain't gonna be on that one because I heard you do a little shaking on that one there, but that's one there. But no, man, she drives. She take it serious. She don't, but she got her music on. You know what I'm saying? And I was just so shocked.
Now pull up.
And the crazy part, that's the one I
Why I know all these songs?
I don't, bro. You're gonna be surprised the songs that. But look, when she got out the car and I dropped her off because she lived in Slidell, I'm kind of repeating some of them, like. And then when I looked those songs up, I said, "Let me put this on my playlist." I said, "I like this.
This beat is nice."
And now I'm in the car. You gonna call me baby? Yeah, man. So it was very eventful, man. Anytime down, you can attest to this, man. We are busy people, and we blessed to be busy. But sometimes I'm not saying we take our kids for granted because we do take time to be at all the events and try to do the best we can. But to spend that quality time, man, ain't nothing like a road trip with one of your babies. And then they eat so different, man. We went to Starbucks. She got what I got, a caramel ribbon crunch. But then she gets some jalapeno stuff. I don't know what it is. Macaracada. I don't know. I don't know. Fa. I don't know what that it was. Whatever. And I'm like, what are you eating? You don't know what this is? No, I don't. Everybody did. She pulls up TikTok and showed TikTok with people getting this from Starbucks, the young people. I'm like, so that's a trend? Now, yeah, because you eat it with this and because you got green in it because of the jalapenos. And so you get I'm like, never mind. I say, all I know about with y'all is a quarter zip thing. You know what I'm saying? And so she like, that's so old.
She said that's so old.
The quarter zip thing and the machi nut, whatever it is.
It was last month.
Yeah, but they remember they're the microwave society.
But we already said that with the young people, that stuff go in and out of style.
Yeah. Oh, next week
so fast.
They artists. One week is Lil Daryl.
Next
and
week,
then you got it, girl. I heard a new song by Lil Daryl. She said, "Oh, he's old," and now it's Lil Pickle Me. Who? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the young kids, they go in and out of
She
stuff.
told me that the quarter zip thing is old. And Dad, I look back, I saw you was wearing quarter zip back then, but you didn't have a macho, whatever they call it, the drink.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know the
the
name of that
macho.
drink. It's a maca something.
Yeah, I call him macho man. I don't know.
I know
whatever.
it's green.
Yeah, it's green. And so she told me that's old. But when you get this, you got your color because I said, so y'all wear according to the food, the color of the food, or whatever the ingredients. That's according to how y'all dress up. I just look and say, just keep driving.
I ain't gonna even lie to you though, sir. Back in the day now, what I used to match my drink with my clothes.
Hey,
Like what I wouldn't say I matched it like the colors, but if I got a certain outfit on, I want to drink a certain drink.
Well,
Because I feel like it looked good.
Chocolate covered donuts, I will brown. Okay.
Big back activity.
These donuts. Yeah. Big bag activity, man. But yeah, man. I enjoy it, man. I tell each one of y'all, man, it's cool to visit with your kids, but take a road trip with them, man.
All right, man. I gotta get into some news,
Yeah.
but before I get into some news, I'll give you I'll cut my weekend review slightly short. What I did do, man, shouts out to Bayou Social. I was over by Bayou Social Friday night. They had the bingo, man. Go make sure you check out my guy Big Abe. He had bingo over there. They did he do like the characters and stuff like that. You can play it on your phone. It's all fun and
I was about to
games.
fight once at bingo.
It's not like the real bingo.
No, I was about to fight.
Yeah, it's not like the real bingo. It's like kind of like a little fun thing to do while you eating and vibing. And then like you can win like appetizers or drink specials and stuff like that. So on a Friday night, if you ain't doing nothing, you want to go have dinner with the family and you want to be interactive, they have something where you can be interactive. Definitely a beautiful place.
Awesome.
I DJ'd this weekend. Shouts out to St. Louis, man. I had a party from St. Louis. I had a party from
the Lou.
The Lou.
314.
Man, St. Lou cut up. You know who else cut up this weekend?
Nelly? Go ahead.
Yeah, I did play some Nelly. Alabama cut up this weekend. I had
what part of Alabama?
I had Birmingham.
Not the Ham.
The Ham. B-Ham.
Did anybody get jumped?
No.
Okay, all right.
They was deep too, man. My people from Alabama was deep. I was happy that they was there because I got a chance to play some Southern Soul.
Oh, there it is.
And then I got to shout out one more birthday party that I did this weekend, man. Shouts out to Monica from Chicago.
The Shy.
Monica and her girls came through Stella Lounge this weekend from Chicago. And they was shocked that I knew all of this Chicago music.
Oh, you hit them with some of that house music?
Oh, yeah, I cut up on them. I cut up on them real bad. I cut up on them real bad. Now, one thing that let me know that they was from Chicago, I don't care what you say, Chicago's still bumping at R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
You might not be hearing R. Kelly on our station
Robert
and all of these other places. But one thing I learned this weekend is Chicago still want to hear R. Kelly. They still wanted to hear R. Kelly.
You believe you can fly?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you got a Jeep, you pull up to their bumper.
Right.
You forever. And then don't talk about him, but who in that closet. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't see when he said about the closet, it was a man thing. Now, see, these days you say something about the closet, people say, hey, what's going on with you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing wrong with you. Hey, if you is, man, hey, love is love, people is people. I love it.
So I had like 3 or 4 birthday parties this weekend. So let's just say it was a good weekend for me. I got to go through and do my Don P Coaches Chronicles.
Oh, boy.
Shouts out to the Terrytown.
I saw some video.
Shouts out to Terrytown, man. My park where my son run and I coach at, man. We had a great outing. All of the kids.
Say his name, though.
Talking about Dayton 500. Man, shout out to my son.
Say it again.
I got so many.
No, I need you to say his name again because you didn't say it. Hey, I need you to say who
I got so many kids that I could celebrate.
I'm gonna look out for all of them.
See, I'm a coach, bro, so I can't do favoritism.
Well, I do it.
I got so many kids that I can celebrate, bro.
Do something for all of them, but I'm my main man, Dayton 500.
Let's just say Terrytown team this weekend, man. We got districts coming up this week.
Oh, Lord.
We got districts coming up this week, and every team that was out there was like, I'm glad I don't have to see Terrytown in district. Everybody was like, they ain't want to see us. Shouts out to my son. He was the lead leg on the
I saw that. I saw
on the 4x1.
I saw who got him in the lead first.
You feel what I'm saying? We took first place
But
in the
who was that
4x1.
last one that got that bad tone, got the stick.
The last one,
Yeah, that turned that corner. Who that was turn that corner?
that hit the corner, Harley.
Hit that corner, boy. Oh my God.
That was little Harley.
I hate to say this, and we shouldn't use this, but we I'm sorry. Harley hit that corner like I ain't gonna even say the police was behind. His mama was after him, and he did something. Harley hit that corner like I'ma holler at you, man.
They ran really
It's beautiful
well.
to see kids like that, bro.
They ran really well this weekend,
boy.
man. We had a good week of practice, and they did good. Shouts out to my jump squad. Y'all know I was a jumper in track, so I take pride
What's
in
your jump? Triple jump,
long
high
jump, triple
low
jump. All American, triple jump.
That's why you got so many and got in so many different careers. You jumps. You a jumper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Jump
know that.
squad.
Mhm.
We was 1 and 2 in everything this weekend.
Oh,
So
the
so
handoffs was awesome. I watched them.
you seen them
I
handoffs?
watched them handoffs. It was
They
awesome.
was nice
They
right there.
wasn't waiting. They was right on time, stride for stride. I watched the video several times to check it out so I could have something to critique it about. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, we worked on that a lot this week, man. So shouts out to
Salute to you, bro.
Terrytown track team, man. They did a great job. We just gotta get ready for district this week. The only thing about track, you can have a great week, but district is coming up. This is when it counts. So I'm excited about practice today. I ain't gonna even lie though. Man, my 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds, if any of the parents listening, I don't want to hear nothing. I told y'all at the end of the track meet, you feel what I'm saying? Now I got to be Coach Don today. Because even though they performed well on the track, I was not pleased with some of the behavior afterwards. You feel what I'm saying?
NIL just got them all in the rubber.
Yeah. I'm big on like discipline and respect. Discipline and respect. You feel me? You don't want to have a great team. And I feel like coaches are not implementing this anymore like they used to. Like you want to have a good team, but you want to look good. How you wearing your uniform?
I was gonna say that. I was about to say, man, that y'all be killing the green, man.
Yeah, you want to look good. How you wearing your uniform? You want to carry yourself well. No coaches from another team should be coming and saying, "Hey, coach, you got one over here acting up. We shouldn't have that." And you should know how to not engage when other teams are doing things that they're not supposed to do. And on top of that, when you win, you should be acting like you used to winning. You shouldn't be winning and acting like it was.
So you ain't got one coming up. I'm him.
Yes. Like these little kids, man, they be watching TV. They damn near got DQ because they throwing up their hands before they pass the finish line.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, y'all are just way too young to be doing these type of things.
I'm the bad uncle.
And
don't do that, but don't let them see you.
And this is, I mean, it's not district yet. So you want to make sure with these type of things, because we could get DQ'd for that in district. They really, and then whenever you be winning like that, what you got to teach your kids is they looking for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Because the way dating them was turning that corner and beating them down like that, I look for a reason too.
They looking for a reason.
Let me test him, blood test him. Let me test something. Because Harley, like, and the first and dating with that lady, man.
So today, I'm going to celebrate them. We had a lot of PRs. I'm going to celebrate them first.
Oh no!
But then after that, I'm gonna make them think about some of their actions.
I'm about to text. I'm about to text. Played sick today.
Yeah. So, but it was a good week out though, man.
I watched it, man. I love to watch. I'm gonna salute you big time, and I gotta say it, man. I need to say it. I know track. and I'm watching. At first, I was just watching them run. So then, when I went back and looked at it again, because something made me look at it again, I'm like, them boys are what 6, 7 years old, and
Yeah, they sevens.
and they handoffs on the handoffs with not nobody waiting. The handoffs was I'm talking about in stride, bop, hand, bop, going, hand, bop, going, hand, and I'm sitting there like, I did not see a weakness. Like I didn't see, oh, they 6 and 7. You know, somebody gonna be waiting and gonna turn all the way around. I mean, hand back, laid in their hand, and I'm sitting there like, either he a good coach, or they been watching YouTube. I'm gonna go with the good coach, man. So I was
A
impressed
little bit of both.
because that's different, man. That's different because sports like that, not just coordination, it's timing, and it gets 6, 7 year olds to be in direct stride to the point where you hitting them in stride and putting that baton in his hand and reaching back there, and they 6 or 7, man. That's impressive, man. That's impressive. But usually you got 6, 7 year olds. Go ahead, little John, and little John, and he turning around, give me the baton, and no, man. I really checked the technique out, bro. You do a good job, man.
Man, we got a bunch of coaches out there, man. Shouts out to all of my coaches out there. Coach Joe. If you're looking for it, Nola Rush is our AAU team. So right now we run a park track, but after districts and all of that, then we'll move into summer track with Nola Rush. But shouts out to Coach Joe and his program.
Is the age group?
AAU?
Yeah.
It started at 6.
Okay, I can't do it.
No, it started at 5.
I can't do what I was about to do.
It started at 5 and go all the way up to 18.
I was gonna give me 4 little people and bring them in and get them in the tournament.
I mean, if they fit the age bracket, they got to run with age. They're very strict.
Some of them got a beard.
They check ID and everything.
Some
out
of them
there.
got a beard. Yeah, so I can't do that.
So shouts out to JPRD too, man.
But that's awesome, man.
Jefferson Parish Recreational Department doing a great job with the parks over there. All of the coaches.
Who better?
Man,
Jefferson Parish, all these parishes.
Who better to
recreational parks and stuff like that and stuff like
as far as when you say better, what you mean? Better in what way?
Kids have everything they have, better supported by the city, by the parish. Who's better?
It's hard to say because my only experience is I mostly coach and play in Jefferson Parish, and the only time that we, when sometimes we play New Orleans recreational department. I think both of them have their pros and their cons, bro. Not even to be, politically correct. I think both of them have their pros and the cons. Now, what I will say about Jefferson Parish is I think Jefferson Parish is more balanced. And I think it's way more balanced. I think with Nord, sometimes I feel like the parents on the New Orleans side, I feel like they could be a little ghetto and maybe forget about the real reason that the kids out there. Like I think sometimes with Nord, man, they get a little. It's a such thing as being too competitive.
No, we gonna keep it real.
Yeah, I think it's a such thing as being too competitive when it comes to their age groups. Like I see some of those parents in Nord, like maybe they could have those things under control a little bit more as far as like the parents coming down on the field and things that they seeing in the crowd and stuff like that. Like I feel like with JPRD, it's just a little bit more community based, if that makes sense. Not saying we not competitive, not saying we ain't trying to win, because we trying to win. I just think, like I said, it's more community based. Like you see the vibes of the community just a little bit more. Like you're gonna see people cheering for all of the kids. You feel what I'm saying? And they're gonna be a little bit more mindful and respectful in the stands. And I think that's the difference. But I think that could, I don't know all of the parks in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Like so that could very well vary from park to park. That makes sense?
No, it do.
You know what I'm saying? Each park could be, a little bit different. All right, man, keeping the party rolling. It's about that time. I'm gonna take a quick music break. and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get into some news.
Yeah.
Where is the Brew Crew, man? The Brew Crew have not adjusted to the time change.
I think a lot of Brew Crew was
The-
drinking more than they was drinking some brews
The,
this
the
weekend.
Brew Crew is still sleeping, man.
They was drinking some brews this weekend.
Do me a favor, all of my members that are here and on their way to work, on their way to school, if you could hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that share button. We're gonna jump into
I
one
could have
quick
stayed in the bed. Y'all wanna do me
music
like
break, and then we're gonna get into some news, man. I need to get into some news this morning. We got a lot of stuff to talk
Yeah.
about. Do you want to tease what you're gonna talk about real quick?
Oh man, just lightly. I mean, because we said we wasn't gonna talk about that stuff that much. You know what I'm saying about the conflict that's going on and some of the things that's surrounding and how serious it's
Well, we
getting.
have to give an update.
Yeah, we have to give an update, and it's not a happy update.
I'm getting aggravated with what's going on overseas, and
Man.
I'll tell you why when we come back.
Yeah.
I am really, really getting
I
deterred
second that.
as a media person because if I'll just tell you when I come back. I'm gonna tell you when I come back. I'll tell you when I come back. I must say I'm a little PO'd.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there because that some of them youngsters do your PO. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Definitely. So that's where we at right now with it. So when we come back after this awesome music break, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna definitely get into our what could you say war conflict talk. You know what I'm saying? What would you call it? I mean, because like I say it's a conflict, or because a lot of people using the word war, and I can't media wise. I'm like to me the war don't start until there's boots on the ground.
Right.
So but they consider it a war. I just figure it's a conflict right now, but it's growing to me into war. So we'll talk about it when we get back. You know what I'm saying? It's getting very, very serious. Lines are being drawn. Who's with who is being drawn. So, and we have a government that I would say is incompetent. So, hey, shouldn't say that.
Right.
But now we'll get into it when we come back because I definitely want to see your take on it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, whatnot, or how you feel about it right now. So I guess we gonna go to this music break. You know what I'm saying, and then we'll be back, man.
All right, I'll take a quick music break. I'll be right back. Also, we're going to talk local news, water main break, and all of that. So I'll be back in one hot second. Of course, it is the Morning Brew on WHIV 102.3 FM New Orleans.
Cause I think it's you. You're the one I want. You're the one I need. For your love, I go climb the mountains, swim the seas, just to be with you. The way that you're loving me, the way that you're kissing me. For your love, I go promise, 'cause I will risk it all. As long as you love you, 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 I'll give you all my cars and all my jewelry. I sacrifice my love 'cause it's unruly. In the back of my mind, girl, I'm ready to settle down with you. I buy you that house that you want. I keep my promise with you. Girl, I know. Need your love. I did beg for your love, cause you understand. You're the only one that I understand. I can tell right now you're my number one. Yeah. Now want me not call, me not chase, me not waste time with them other girls. Them not compare to you, them not come close to you. Temptation away, Papa God please tell them. Me not want, me not call, me not chase. I gon' keep my promises, I gon' share my jewelries. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I gon' share everything, baby, any call, anything. Oh, wow, 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 wow. As long as you love you, as long as you love you, wow, wow, wow. As long as you love you, love you, love you. As long as you love you, wow, 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 I love you. As long as you love you, love you, love you, love you.
WHIV 1023 FM, New Orleans. Of course, it is the Morning Brew. Yours truly, Darren P. Getting it in, doing it how I do it Monday through Fridays. You can catch me right here live for the WHIV studios. It's about that time we get ready to jump into a little talk about it Tuesday. Let's get into it. All right, man. So, several things is going on. Of course, we'll start off with an update with the. Are we gonna say Iranian conflict, Iranian war? What are we saying
I
here?
would say conflict. I want to,
You're gonna go with Iranian
and then
conflict?
it's and when I say that too, also it's like a hope that a little light little prayer to God that it's a conflict and conflicts tend to end. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't want it to turn into a full fledged war. They're using the word war thing for the big media to make this bigger. And I think they're playing games with the American people also. But I know it's very serious. I mean, and on the update side, that's very important to me. We're now at 7 soldiers that have lost their life and during this conflict, and now and they 6 of them bodies have been sent home. And so when you start doing that, when that start happening, man, and so now they throwing out words like, and it makes me think what they asked the president, they asked him, they said, will boots on the ground, happen? And he said, not unless it's a real reason, but it's a possibility. And so right now you looking at that. But the most important thing that's going on is it's it's to a point where you're looking at so many being drawn into it. I feel like our European allies that we always, and I hate to agree a little bit with this man when he was talking about, that they got to do more of their part. We do everything when it comes to NATO. We the muscle, and what comes great, it comes with it, right? But I saw what he was saying. Y'all need to pay y'all fair share and do a little more. Back then, he fussed this on his first term. And now I'm looking at we're in a situation, and I'm looking at the world how they feel about Israel also, because I think they're looking at it like we're not going to help Israel. So you, even though we in NATO with you, we're not joining in this, and so we're going at it alone, and that's dangerous because you have China and Russia, and this is the thing that's killing things. We lifted some of the sanctions on Russia, right, with oil and stuff like that, but they're taking the money that they're making, right? And they're using that money, Russia, to fund Iran against us. You know what I'm saying, in Israel. And now we having to sit in our military because I don't know if you guys saw that in the Morning Brew where a Marine arm was broken by a sitting senator because he broke into a hearing and said, I
Whenever he
will.
was saying,
Yeah, when he
yeah,
was
I
saying,
did see that.
I will not fight or go to war for Israel, and so that sentiment is growing. And in America, when one says it, a lot is gonna keep going and keep going. And so I feel like, and then there's videos floating around also with Netanyahu, I hope I said his name right, no disrespect if I didn't, that was like giving a warning a while back that to my Western people, Western, government, you need to stand up for anyone disrespecting Israel in any way, and if you don't, what I'm saying, like issue warnings. So now people are really on this thing right now, which is a serious situation, and if you don't know much about it, it's like I know some, but I'm not enough to speak on it. It's pretty dangerous. But so now it's like it's not even a fact of, man, we brothers, we allies, in NATO, but I'm not helping you, and you're fighting and doing something for Israel. So it's starting to become this spread thing. You feel what I'm saying? And Iran is hitting everybody around, then apologizing. They're hitting a lot of the Arab, Middle Eastern.
What's up, Jeezy?
And so it's getting real serious. And now China, I mean, Russia are now, see, a lot of times some of these bases and these strategic points where a lot of United States, whether it's bases, whether it's military, whether it's launching sites or whatever, whatnot, and aircrafts and where they'll be, Iran has been able to start hitting them because Russia is now giving them intel of where we're positioned at, where we will be at. And we did sink an Iranian ship with one of our submarines because they play a big part also. That's part of the Navy. But as far as the conflict, Israel is taking a pounding. Then our in the Middle East, a lot of countries that we deal with, they're taking a pounding. And the thing about it, they want to enter like Saudi Arabia and everything, but they can't because again, they're looking at this in the backdrop of what me and you talked about, almost a religious war. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Jewish and Islam. So right now, and they're trying to paint a picture in the media, European media, Russian media, and paint a picture that we're Israel's cabana boy, basically. We going out here and fight for them, and so now it's starting to bring the sit back to America. Now that's starting to now be spoken even by MAGA people, so we'll see where that's going. And that's why I'm saying it's a conflict right now, but it to me to turn into a full-fledged war when you start having other nations enter and it gets serious and it's boots on the ground. And we're hoping, because the president keeps saying that they want to negotiate, but he's not. He's accepting he's going to accept the surrender. That's all he's going to accept. And then he don't like that Iran has picked a new, Ayatollah, which ended up being the one that they killed. Was killed. Well, Israel bombed him. Was his son. So the president said he has to pick him. Now we from the United States, so he wants to pick their guy, and so and
You
this
know,
guy and the son is a hardliner too. So nothing is really going to change. So
you know what bothered me about what's going on in the Middle East?
yeah,
Uh, it's so much information coming out,
yeah,
and
you don't know what to believe.
I don't know what is true. I don't know what is untrue. I have no idea of what's going on, and honestly,
Yeah,
I don't really have faith in none of the media
no,
sources. I have no faith in those media sources over there because they have an agenda.
yeah.
I have no faith in the media sources in the United States because they have an agenda.
No,
I don't
I
have
agree
faith
with you.
in these Instagram people because they have an agenda for clicks and likes. I feel like this has been
Mhm.
worse than any other conflict that we ever dealt with because now at one point in time we couldn't get information, right?
Yeah,
And now I feel like we at a point where we getting so much information, so many people saying things, so many news sources saying things, and bro, they are so far different of what everybody is saying to
well,
the point where I don't even be wanting to report anything because I'm like,
but
I have no clue.
I have to I
I
do
have no
this.
clue what is true or what is not true.
Being that I was in the military, I still have friends that are doing 30, 40 years, and I have a friend that I speak to. I can't say where he's at and what he does because it's very prominent in the government, but we talk with times like this, and we talk before all this happened. And so I verified sometimes some things off him, and he'll say some stuff like you, like, man, don't believe that. Don't believe that. No, this is a situation. And you're right, because I got to that point where I'm like, this don't make sense. Even though my knowledge that I understand, they're saying this, right? And I'm sitting back and I'm like, just like a friend of mine's, her daughter, I told you she was in Kuwait. She's made it home. She was able to get home, get to Saudi Arabia, and they got her in. And that's another thing for black parents. Get your money right. You never know in certain
When you
situations
gonna need it?
because her parents are, they do their job and they make their money and do their thing. And they wasn't even waiting. The government did good over there to get, they getting people out of there, whatever, whatnot. But you're right though. I call my guy when some things is too like, man, give me the real, and he will talk to me about it. But you're right because you don't know what's coming up or whatever. But I know one thing that people are really messed up on, and I think the president has made a mistake because now, and I saw some of the interviews when those first soldiers were lost their life. Right, he should have been at Dover Air Force Base, to meet them. He should have been there. What I mean? He should have said something about the loss of life, and I think that was not very presidential of him, and so it's starting to cause a bad sentiment, what I'm saying, to right now within the military, and they're showing our kids, a lot of them being shipped over there to the Middle East. You see them in the airport, and mind you, the airport is ridiculous right now. Because of what's going on. If you're flying, you going that's we. I'm jumping into something else to get away from that other. The airport right now is
You going to the
ridiculous.
TSA thing?
Yeah, that was something I wanted to
Because
talk
that's
about.
another thing. National news. Hold up. We got the Iranian war or conflict
Yeah, whatever you
going
want.
on, whatever we want to call
Yeah.
it. You feel what I'm saying? Depending on which news
No, just
source.
the Iranian USA.
Hey, depending on sir,
What
depending
news?
on which news source that you like. What is JV5 at anyway?
Oh no, let me tell you, she is gonna stay away from this right now because she know even Miss JV5 know that the army. I mean, I'm
What
gonna
the
say
rest
the
of my
president.
resident Trump
They
supporters at?
I watch it on social media right now. The ones that throw everything in your face, they going deep now. They putting up stuff about Obama from 1932. You know what I'm saying? They are right now. They know he's making mistakes. I had one that deeply he's deeply MAGA, right? Black MAGA, right? He even himself said, "This is disgrace. These bodies are coming home, and he's not there." And then he won't answer any question about the loss of life or whether he's gonna put boots on the ground. I'm ashamed of you, and you, my president. You are the greatest president. I'm ashamed. So they're having their moments. So what they're doing is they don't want to hear people like me and
They
you.
trying to deflect the
Yeah,
energy.
and they trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's
I
serious.
just, I
But look at
just,
TSC.
I ain't gonna
Back
even
it
lie.
up.
I'm like, whatever it is, man, just keep it real, bro.
Hey,
Y'all talk. I don't even know how many bodies we really lost
and don't tell me, and please do not.
because you got one thing saying, man, we done lost a lot of life, and then you got another thing saying, well, we only lost 5 people.
Yeah.
Then I'm watching and I'm seeing all of these bombs in Dubai and Israel, and I'm like, if they bombing Dubai and Israel like that, how we only lost 7 lives?
Well, when you look at that,
So they had got our people out the way.
no, when you look at that, because they know what's coming. See, before the news shows us stuff, and I'll tell you this from firsthand. Like when after the first Desert Storm, when I got home, God bless safely, and I'm talking and I'm like, what y'all saw? And it was like, man, we saw this and that, and man, we worried. Remember last time you talked from Yemen and telling you because I did. I told my God bless my mom. I said, Mom, I'll come home. Da 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 da. Right, and so they were like, we all nervous, man. We seeing this and that. I'm like, no, we actually was off the base by then. You know what I'm saying? We was off the base because we know technology is so much better today that a lot of times you might have a skeleton crew that's still on the base because they know that base is gonna be hit. And they know when it releases it, if it's got a chance now to be shot down. You know what I'm saying? Because we are one of the best in the world with intercepting. But the problem we got right now, Iran has what 30, 40,000 drones, right? So these things are $1 million a piece. But what America did was they made one just like it. They captured one, as they say. Yeah, they stole it, and they made one just like it, so they knew every part and understand it, so they're able to satellite catch it, right? But they're gonna start using them like in World War II with Japan. What was they call when they just take the plane and the plane go
Oh, they just crashed the
well,
whole
yeah,
plane.
what is it? What would it call? I forgot.
Suicide bombers.
So basically, that's the day, but it was something what they called them. They called them back then, but anyway, now they're gonna start using that, and they was pretty successful with using because they're going to run out of missiles. They're starting to run out of them now to that now they're using their big ones. And so, like you said, it's hard to pay attention, but a lot of military people, and I think I could say this, they move you. They move you before, but they leave a skeleton crew. Now it might be 5 of us.
That be
dealing
the
with
people that get the extra 500 that got to stay.
Yeah, my hand up. Yeah,
Boom.
and yeah, you deal with it. So I mean, a lot of times, because the chatter, America's so good, we could hear like right now what me and you talking about. If somebody decide they want to just pay attention, don't even listen to the radio, they would be able to intercept a frequency and listen to us directly. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about we about to pull up by these donuts and going, and whatever, whatnot, then they gonna know they'll be waiting for us. And
At D's. They already at
and
D's.
the men in black gonna walk up. Oh, Don, sir, can we talk to you? How do you know I was here? Well, but I mean,
Let me holler at your partner.
yeah, let me holler at you. Let me holler. Don't worry about the strawberry donut. But no, I mean, I think right now, man, we're at a point where it's very serious. You know what I'm saying? But as I was saying, that go cross there with TSA, like you was talking about, that is very serious because the lines are around the corner. And please get your passport because if you're going on a cruise, if you just got your birth certificate, I watched the cruise where they was all the way around the corner, around the ship, wrapped around the ship, and all the way onto the sidewalk for people to be able to get on the ship. You know what I'm saying?
Because they ain't have their passport.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Oh, shouts out to my bro, Chess45. I am excited about him. And I think it was I don't want to mispronounce those guys' name. I think it's Third Line. They was up at Baton Rouge yesterday, and they was working on some legislation up there. So I just want to give a big shout out to those people that's still working locally. Now let's get into this TSA thing. How many people actually knew that we were in the middle of I guess they call it a partial government shutdown?
Because they were not paying. They were not, it was like a dispute and whatever. And it's serious because if
Third Line Nola, that's the guys.
If you decide to go catch a flight anytime soon,
man,
you might want to leave 5 hours early.
Well, they came out yesterday and said you should be getting to the airport 3 hours ahead of time.
Just say 5 then.
Right. So if they say 3, go ahead and go 5. So now traveling is
real ID too.
Yeah, traveling is like a whole day thing. And if you don't have that real ID,
they got to pull you to the side. They'll still let you get on.
They're gonna let you get on. You got to pay $45.
Yeah, you got to pay $45, and then they pull you to the side, and you get extra checked and all types of crazy. Your name, your social, you know what I'm saying, and who was your 5th grade teacher, and when did you steal out of?
Now, the question that I have about this partial government shutdown, because a lot of people didn't even know that the government was shut down. What other things will be affected outside of TSA?
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, anything that's governmental right now that's governmental connected, you know what I'm saying? It's because it's not that when you go into governmental buildings and things like that and Social Security, all this different stuff. I think this only dealing with TSA on that partial of it, that area of it, because they've been had that going on, a shutdown with them, and when they fired, I wonder
if that was a political move.
Well, they fired so many.
So you do a partial.
Remember that guy Elon Musk?
Yeah, you do a partial shutdown. Wait a minute. Chess45 said, man, my partner in Third Line Nola is in the military and he is not getting paid. So you mean to tell me y'all asking the soldiers to support a war or conflict, however you want to call it. Mm-hmm. They say they want the soldiers to support this conflict.
No, did you
and be ready to be deployed or still service and do their duties, and at the same time they don't even have the common decency up there in Washington D.C. to make sure that these people getting paid, bro.
Did you see the reports, which is normal for us as military, where they were in separate? Governor Newsom was saying, so you're going to send the National Reservists out here, and they have nowhere to sleep. They have nowhere to eat. They're sleeping on a building on each other, which servicemen, we do that. When we somewhere and we just stationary, you form a line. You sleep. He's sleeping this way. You sleeping this way. It's like, and you on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So there, and then another thing, what a lot of people don't know, when they scream, remember all the people in New Orleans, Chicago, and all the black people they were showing, like, bring the reservists in, bring them in, right? Okay, cool. You know what happens? If you take and you only there 29 days out of 31 days in a month, you don't get paid the same as what you should be getting paid. And so if you ever notice, they'll bring somebody in, the Trump administration to bring them in, and it just be like 20 something. They'd be like 29 days. All of a sudden, we didn't clean the streets up. The crime is gone in 2 weeks. So they don't get that full pay, especially reservists, because if not, they're gonna give them their reserve pay, which will be not really nothing. They don't get the full military pay. So that when you see him do the reservist stuff, if you notice, they don't talk about it after they come in. They say the crime is done and boom, they send them home. You know what I'm saying? So now what's going on right now? All this comes from Doge. When Elon Musk was in and he was cutting all these different, supposedly all this money that was saving, and we supposed to get the stimulus check, from Doge and all the savings.
Man, we spending hella money right now.
Man.
We paying extra reserves.
Yeah.
We got the immigration people. We got to pay them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And
now
we talked about that, right?
Yeah. Now we in conflict in overseas. We got a lot going on.
No.
I need a favor though, sir.
They didn't let him in.
Yeah.
No, but
he said, "Who is we? We not French."
We the taxpayers are paying for a lot of
thank
this.
you.
Yeah. Big
Come
Chief,
on, Big Chief here. Yeah.
And so we the taxpayers are paying for a lot of that. And if you look at also with this conflict, we're basically talking over.
I'm gonna have to take a music break and reset the table.
Yeah, over $1 billion a day. You know what I'm saying? That this war is costing us.
Hey, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. We didn't even get a chance to talk about some of the local stuff that's going on. It's gonna be a tough week for us because we got to talk about. I seen somebody mentioning there, and I gotta do my research on this before I go on a limb. But somebody just brought up the fact of the matter. Serv, I know you was out of town this weekend or whatever. You heard anything about this Gordon Plaza stuff? They say somebody that was S. Muhammad said Helena is going back on her word and reneging on this Gordon Plaza thing. I don't know if that's true, bro.
Because angels didn't they letting it happen? The angels.
I don't think that's true.
Oh.
And we got to give you an update on the Gus.
Yeah, I want to know about that.
Well, they came through on that. I was watching on the news the other day, and Hano said everybody is jumping the gun. They only got to do a couple procedures, and then they won't be kicking the people out of them.
And why?
Because at one point in time, they were saying they was threatening to put all of the elders out of that place.
80%. It was only 80% filled or something
well,
like that.
One thing that I do know, and I don't know if that's how it works with. I don't know how that deal was constructed, but a lot of times when they do these, what do they call it? The low income housing. Well, a lot of times when they do sometimes when they make these deals with these companies to do the affordable housing, usually what they do is it has to be affordable housing for so long. I think sometime it may be 10 years or 15 years. And then after they service the city.
And it's a tax credit that goes along.
Yeah, after they service the city for whatever that time length is, it usually goes back into private ownership. And when it goes back into private ownership, I don't think they could just kick the people out, but I think what they do is start systematically using things to get the people out, right? Like, so you know how they do an inspection. You fail your inspection.
They do it to all those.
You know how it go when you be with that governmental housing.
No, but
you fail your inspection, get them up out of here. So they slowly but surely eventually figure out a way. They slowly but surely figure out a way to get the people out of here. So one thing I'm gonna tell y'all is pay attention to that, because I was fussing about that when I don't know if it was that development, but one of the most recent developments, that was one of the things I had an issue with was, well, we're going to do affordable housing, and it's affordable housing only for so long. So if it's mixed income housing is how they take.
Then you have to.
That's what they do.
No, it's really affordable.
They do affordable for so long, and then they switch it to mixed income. Well, I'm telling you, they forced the people out the housing. It's a setup.
No, it's always been, even with all the older projects that have been tore down and they have the new housing there. They have really situations to show your point. If you and your family living there, right, and it's the thing really to get them out and start moving Caucasian people in. We're gonna keep it 100. And so, say you have your music up loud. That's strike one,
right?
And so you get to strike two. They move you out. You could never move to another one. So now that makes a vacancy. Downtown in the building that I lived in on 200 Crown de Let, right? I used to see all these elderly people, and I like, I like my elderly people. So, and then I go to talking to them and I'm like, how much you paying? It's usually the lowest apartment there was 1,600, right? So they're paying $237. So it's a tax credit. So the building make money, and along with the city of New Orleans make money because of the funding that comes for that affordable. But
And
make one mistake.
But keep it
Make
real,
one
sir.
mistake. You out of there.
It's a setup from the
Yeah,
beginning.
it is.
It's a setup from the beginning because let's just keep it real. Me and my wife talked about this before. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. If I'm paying $1,600, $2,000 to live in a high rise downtown New Orleans, and I got somebody next to me paying $200, if they do any kind of crazy activities, anything that I would deem as quote unquote, for lack of better terminology, ghetto or impoverished activity, because with impoverished people come impoverished activity.
I'm not saying nothing, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, man, we keeping it real. Ain't you gonna go crazy?
I mean,
man, I'm paying $1,700 a month. You think I'm about to put up with?
But they making the money. The building owners are making the money, and it's so crazy.
So to me, I think it's a setup from the beginning.
Because I got to a point, I was looking for
somebody paying $200, somebody paying $1,700, living next door to each other.
And look, they have a list. They have a list. They have a list. They have a list. You go get on it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was looking for somebody. I'm like, after I start paying that $1,500, $1,600 for the first year, you feel what I'm saying? I was looking for somebody that was disabled. I'm gonna break you off. Let me get you.
I wish I could get in this.
And look, let me tell you how to set up. There were people that were doing it, and I won't say the building. They were getting, like me and you could go find somebody that's disabled, right, and get them to sign up on it, right. And then when they sign up and they getting that rent, now you really living there. So what they do is me and you will put our name as their caretaker, and so now we're living there, and then we'll give that person a few dollars per month for using their name. And then every year they just have to renew it. And
man,
then
we will whoop the system, boy.
Man, come on.
Well, we will find a way to whoop the system.
Stop thinking to a lot of people that they live downtown, they getting it going. No, a lot of those buildings have affordable housing.
Then you got somebody like me. I ain't never been able to get nothing. Now I'm mad as hell.
Wait, and then you get something off your energy. You got to think about this. You get some of your energy where instead of paying $237. But because they prorate your rent. So then you also, if say my bill is $150, because in them apartments downtown, it's probably the energy is not as bad, right? That you're paying. I don't know what the difference is, the rate or whatever, but say you paying $150, their energy bill might be $22. So they're paying $237 to live there in a secure building downtown where everything at and $22.
See, I'm a compassionate person, but at the same time, I'm just keeping it real. Most people are not as compassionate as me. And so they sit back in the cut.
You call me so.
They in the cut looking like, yo,
bruh,
I'm around here fighting for my life.
I ain't snitching, but they had a few of them that were
I went to the grocery store yesterday and I didn't buy anything but things to put in my son's lunch. $100.
Don't talk about that.
I'm talking about some strawberries, some grapes.
You making life decisions.
Some damn Kool-Aid jammers.
Look like
this ain't even real food.
You want a baked potato these days? The potatoes look like they're smaller. You know they you got to get the bag of the small potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Not the red. I'm talking about the regular potatoes. You got to put two of them together to get you a full baked potato these days. And then you're making life decisions if you like a steak. Because ain't no way a steak should be $32 and it's a shoulder blade steak.
Shouts out to Serv. He said, don't forget about the people paying $200 to $300K annually for the same building, just living at the top of the building.
Just living at, and I'm gonna tell you something. And that building that I lived in, I would not say no names. I'm sorry to say this, right? And I love my elderly people. You know what I do for them. I love them to death. I fight for them anytime. But man, you living in that building, and you always have, man. Because they would have an alarm, what you call it, when the ambulance is coming. So now a lot of elderly people in there. And then the military got to come with them because we have the biggest land base VA, right? And so they got where they was able to put military people. So me being somebody that deal with PTSD, now you got some people that deal with it worse that live in the building. So now I'm dealing with elderly people in the building, and they going through what they going through. Then I'm also dealing with former military that has PTSD. So now you imagine what that building was about. And it come on the intercom, ambulance will be, medical people will be on floor 7, and I'm sitting there like I'm paying $1,600.
I wish I could pull the clip. I said that this was gonna happen 6 or 7 years ago. What's happening, what we talking about right now, and they debating on. See, right now they trying to figure out how to get them people that's on that assisted living. They trying to figure out how to get them people up out of there.
You know why though, right? You know why? Guess what's walking distance of the Gus housing project?
What's that?
The Superdome.
The Superdome.
Now imagine if you get them out and what you can charge for these people that live in Mandeville and all these other places that only come for the weekend, because I know this because I used to rent my apartment out when we moved before Airbnb for people that come down for the Saints game on the weekends.
They trying to get their hands on that Gus house. They ain't figured out how to do it just yet. And Hanno trying to hold up. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel Hanno putting up a good fight. But all it's going to take is the right person with the right money to make the right deal behind the scene. And then we're going to get a distraction in New Orleans. And whatever that distraction going to be, wait, what's up with the main breaks?
No, what's going to happen?
Maybe the water main, where all the water main breaks been happening at?
Uptown. A lot of
I'm just.
But I'm going to tell you something though. They're gonna be satisfied till they put them in the Gus over there, put them a few of them in there, and sold them Gus condos and put them in there. And Sally,
keep your eye on that situation. I say that.
Look, and Sally and Bill gonna be walking over there to the Superdome and get and the Melphamine gonna catch somebody. Melphamine gonna catch them and see. Then they upset. You feel what I'm saying? But if you look at everything right now with New Orleans right now is becoming more business, and it's not business for us as a Black community. The business that's going to be put there is not for us. And I'm just going to keep it 100. And people say, well, we got to get ourselves together. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do have to be more involved, but at the same time, it's not business for us. So now we have to really start taking it.
It's a double-edged sword, bro. And I know it's coming up on 9 o'clock. We're going to do an extended show. I got a special guest that came in. I got a special guest that came in, and we're going to talk to Miss Vanessa Scott in one hot second. But I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, before I take this quick music break, it's like a double-edged sword, man. You know why? Because I do, like I said, I do have the compassion for our people that need the assistance, and I think that I believe that when you have more, you're supposed to do more. I was raised like that, right? But then the reason that I said it's a double-edged sword, when you start talking about not just our community, just the community in general, when you have people in poverty, bro, and what a lot of people don't understand is poverty activities come with poverty.
No, I feel what you're saying, but we have to stop limiting it to just our people.
That's why I said I never said our people. I said poverty activities.
But guess
come with poverty.
Regardless if you're saying it, and we know what you mean. But then when you're a Black man saying it, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna assume that we're talking to just our people, just like people think that we're the ones on assistance and EBT the most, but not our race is not the most. You know what I'm saying? The biggest percentage on them, you know what I'm saying, is the very, very light people. You know what I'm saying? But I know what you're saying. But when me and you speak on it, you know what I'm saying?
I just think it get difficult because I'm just gonna be honest. Like I'm dealing with that right now with like some of the situations that's going on in the school system. I could raise my kid to be the best kid ever, but if he got to go to the Terror Dome to go to school, how I'm gonna teach him to be politically correct in an environment where people don't respect politically correctness? And that's the same thing that's the same thing every day, all the time. That's why when people get a little money and they get a couple dollars, it ain't that they want to be away from the community or they trying to act like they better. If you don't get away from certain kind of activity, it's gonna engulf you.
Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Of course, let me tell you something. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Of course, we have our issues. It's like I always speak.
So that's why I say
the village.
The purpose of me saying what I'm saying
I know what
is
you're saying. Why
we
you saying?
got to get a little bit better.
No, that's what I was saying to you. The village is broken and needs to be fixed. And then another thing, I understand that you move away, but what I need, if you get your money, you move away. I ain't mad at you. Go get your ranch. Go get you something. Wherever you want, you find your peace. But I ask that those who make it and those who also are doing what they're doing and have the knowledge and have the understanding and the cheat code, I ask that you just come back. You know what I'm saying? I ask that you come and help fix it, because that's really the problem within our community. We have so many people that speak about how I've made it and I did this and I did that and I'm living here and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing comes out your mouth. The first thing comes out your mouth is when you make it and you want to say, "Oh, I'm from uptown. I'm from the mud." So you want us to celebrate that you made it from the bottom to there, but you're not even coming past back by the bottom.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Let me help fix this. So that way, when you do drive into that bottom, it's not the bottom no more.
I agree with you 100%.
Because you know what I don't like? You know the word I don't like? When they say the hood. And people say, "Well, sir, that's short for neighborhood." I said, no, a hood is called short for hoodlum.
That's why I said when we in poverty,
but
I try to generalize it because I didn't want to make
Yeah.
it seem like we just downing on our community.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I try to use the word poverty. I'm like, yo, we got to do a little bit better, bro.
But a lot of us got to come set the example. I'm not saying come back and live in there, but I'm saying come through there and share your knowledge and fix it, and everybody get together and fix it. Because guess what? That kid that you fix the black community, you go in there and you fix some things. That kid might be the kid that instead of taking your child's life, that might be the kid instead of taking your child's life, will help protect your child's life or do something very creative and great with your child. Because now he's on the even playing field. So
I used to say that. I used to say that all the time.
We can't complain about our neighborhoods if we're not going back in it and we done made something ourselves and we're not going back and help it. You feel? I know it's hard because it's hard.
Oh,
I've been there.
I mean, and people ask me all the time, well, why you do the internship program? Why you do pep rally with a purpose? Why you coaching? Why you? Yeah. I said, I always used to say that I'm not worried about my kids. My kids gonna be good, but I'm worried about the kids that they're gonna go to school with. I'm worried about the kids they gonna date. I'm worried about the kids that they're going to marry. And if I don't fix some of them people, it's a good possibility that my kid going to end up.
The village is broken, man.
In some of them situations.
We don't take it serious enough. The village is broken.
All right, man. Let me jump into this quick music break. Man, when my boy EJ coming to town?
The 14th this weekend.
This weekend we going to see EJ Jones?
Well, I'm going to meet you and buy some wings from the gas station.
Yeah.
What you say you going to do? Let me put how much on 25 for? Let me put 25 on
25 on pump shelf, baby.
25 on. Let me get me a 100 pack back there. Hold up, wait a minute.
Them kids want some?
They want. You know that's my favorite one there. Girl, I don't know you, but your kids want some.
Well, go and get that Snicker.
Yeah. Hey,
that's them old players back in the day.
Your dad, where your daddy at? Oh, he ain't here. He gone. I'm gonna be your daddy now.
Oh,
I'm met at the gas station, baby.
Man, cut it out, man. This EJ Jones. We got about another 30, 45 minutes for you, man. Don't touch that dial. It's WHIV 102.3.
And the boudin ain't real up in North Louisiana. The boudin ain't real.
Jesus. I should have been in Houston with you this weekend.
The boudin ain't real.
They said the rodeo, boy.
Oh, it was going down. That's why my hotel prices were so high.
They said the rodeo, the women ain't know how to put no clothes on out there. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, though.
And Bumby and Trill Burger, he was getting his money and boots on the ground, man.
They said it wasn't nothing but cowboy boots, booty shorts, and cowboy hats.
There it is.
The kids.
And that's the truth.
Said
all in the hotel.
I seen a lot of people say, man, it was too much for the kids. So this is supposed to be a family event. We just don't hijack everything. Homecoming, the rodeo.
Everything. We done did everything.
Hey, we'll be back, man. Check out this EJ Jones. Shouts out to Khalees. What up, brother? ATL, check it in. I forgot to tell you, you wasn't in town. We got a date, ATL, end of the month. We'll be giving y'all the details. Don and Serv, take ATL.
What restaurants they got? But you know, I gotta get my big bag.
I'm gonna go take you to go. I'm gonna go take you to see Oprah Winfrey Chef.
Well, look, I saw a picture
Chef
recently.
Carlos, yeah.
Oh, now I saw
that's
a
my
picture
boy
of
right
Oprah
there.
lately. I saw a picture of Oprah lately. She ain't big Oprah no more.
Yeah,
Big O.
I don't know if Oprah on that Ozempic or if she's sick.
Her name is Olivia now, not Oprah.
Now you know in the black community where you lose too much weight,
you know what
too
they're gonna say?
fast.
You on that goodie. Yeah, they do you wrong. Like we don't work out.
You better show your whole workout plan.
They still ain't gonna believe. They gonna say I ain't with you 24/7.
So you lose 10 pounds between now and the next 2 weeks.
It's sad how people want us to stay big package, don't they? Because you lose weight, you're wrong.
They gonna say Serv on that radio line talking about he been working out.
No,
they gonna say you did one or two things. They gonna say you either got a BBL or
oh Lord. I've decided though. I told him get ready for the summer. I'm getting my side pose together.
They gonna say you got a BBL or you on that stuff.
I told
like the old people say.
I'm taking my shirt off. I'm taking my shirt off on stage this summer, so I'm letting y'all know I'm gonna lose this weight. Now, if I can stay away from certain food activity places that be calling me, I don't call them; they call me. If you got bell peppers, don't call me.
I don't know if I'm a help or if I'm part of the problem.
You are.
I love to go.
What's the first thing? Because you smaller than me, dude. I'm. You know what I'm saying? Hey. As my kids say,
I was gonna ask you if you want to go to lunch today.
See, that's the problem, right? Every time I'm with you,
they got the $8.99 special at Buy Your Social.
Look, all that talk. Where?
Buy Your Social.
They got the egg rolls in the gumbo.
Yes, it's on the.
I'm not going.
It's on the lunch menu.
No, I can't because you know that they wifey birthday.
Oh, 11 to 3. Oh, you gotta go. You gotta get. Man, you gotta go home and get them roses. Put that apron on. You gotta get right.
I did all that.
Oh, you already got that set up?
And then I got, later because my late mom to her birthday today. So I'm going with my nephew and we have an hour.
So you got
thing with my mom on late mom, yeah. So I got a little few things to go on, you know what I'm saying? But if I could go with you, we getting our big back activity on.
All right.
There we go.
Miss Vanessa, you coming? I got my good friend Miss Vanessa in the building. BSG of Louisiana is here, and it is that time of the year. Help him move that microphone down right there, sir, a little bit closer for my camera moved a little bit, but that's okay. And then we have.
Yeah, you gotta speak up in there.
All right, and I got Miss Vanessa here, and I want to kind of talk to her for a little while. It is a very important time of the year. And I have been finding out more and more information about this time of the year over the last couple of years and the importance of it. But this is open enrollment period now. I'm going to let Ms. Vanessa explain exactly what it is. I could paraphrase, but I'm sure she could tell you a little bit better. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, please introduce yourself. Miss Vanessa, tell everybody who you are, a little bit about your company, and we're gonna tell them what open enrollment is real quick, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, I'm Vanessa Scott. I'm owner of BSG of Louisiana. I help with insurance. I do Medicare Advantage and also life and health. Okay.
And for people that don't understand like the insurance and what's the advantage and the life and health, man, help them out because I ain't even know I had all of these different parts that I should be understanding. I thought I just go get me a policy and that's that.
Well, they have several different policies. For seniors, I would like to talk to them about the hospital indemnity so that they won't have no bills, which is a low insurance. Also, they have the cancer policy. So they have several different policies that they offer it for as life insurance. Because I am so tired of seeing people online with the GoFundMe. GoFundMe is not an insurance. It costs very little to get an insurance policy. Please protect yourself and your family when it comes down to your life.
Let me ask you this, because of course, 2 years ago, definitely had to go through that process of burying my mom. And I remember, like, my mom passed at 94,
Mhm.
and she paid her insurance policy for all those years. We're talking a lot of
Yeah.
years, right? Because my grandmother was not a joke with the insurance. And then we had the insurance man in our family. Our insurance man was insurance man for all uptown. And so
Uh-huh.
he worked for Universal. And I'll say it because I had issues with him. And so now all that money my mama paid, right, was paying all those years, all those months.
Yes.
And then what was so crazy about it, when we get to that point and I'm looking at what was there, like what was there after all those years, what was there for her. And I'm saying to myself, if my mother paid for 94 years, then when she basically when she retired, I retired her, excuse me, at,
Mhm.
at 50, because she died at 92. But I took over it for the rest of the years, just paying it, because she was like, if you're gonna take care of everything for me, pay my insurance. And when I got there, it was like, it was ridiculous of what they said she had. And I'm like, what are we missing with that? Because she did have the policies and stuff like that. And then I remember somebody in my family actually was able to borrow money off it, like $2,000. I don't know how they did it, but they
Mhm.
did, because they showed me all this over years. But we talking since she was 19, 20 years old up until 92. That's a lot of money
It's a lot
over
of
the years. And when it got there, I ended up having to pay 9,000, well, a little over 10,000, along with the little bit that they had there to bury her. You know what I'm saying, and take care of all the things. So what are we doing wrong?
So back in the days, a lot of people bought
Hmm.
policies, but those policies only was like for 2000.
Hmm.
Things was real cheap back then.
Right.
So now they done paid over all these years and they have a policy that's really not worth anything, you know. So I would advise everybody check your policy, see what it's worth. And especially if it's one of those old seniors,
Hmm.
they don't have a good policy
Yeah, because
because
Yeah, especially if they haven't.
that's
cremation is 6, 7,000. So
That
if all
make
you had was
that
five
makes
thousand,
so much sense, Miss Vanessa, and I never even thought about that. She said, "Look, now when they bought the policy
think
it
about how
was
much
it
they
60,
paid.
covered insurance.
Think how
60
much they
years
paid. Think
ago,
about how
it
much they
might have
paid.
been it might have been a half decent
It
policy,
was
I did the
but
numbers.
but if you go 20, 30
Yeah.
years later, think about inflation and how much stuff costs
yeah,
now.
no.
Think you
That
might have paid
that policy you in the red.
you might have paid 100, $200,000 over the years for a policy that's $5,000, and then you want to bury somebody, cremation, even if you just cremating them, it's what, over 4 or 5 thousand just to cremate them. Then you still buying, the coffin and everything else, and then talk about burying them. You know what I'm saying? Having a plot and all these other things. Those policies don't cover.
It does
They
not.
does not cover enough. And
You know, I remember the insurance man coming to my grandmother's
My
house.
cousin with the insurance,
You
man.
know, they came faithful.
Yes. Yep.
Once a month, you knew that it was going to be somebody there. I looked at it like this. I'm like, I don't never see no black
Black people,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. You
That's what
know,
made me when I grew up. Yeah, my cousin. Like,
that was like the secret.
yeah.
So right now I'm trying to get our people
Into
into this industry is because this industry is so important to our people.
Mhm.
And if you know how to work the system, then it could be very beneficial for you if you understand how to work the system. But if you don't have the knowledge of the system, people can take advantage of them. And I love the fact that Miss Vanessa, they service the elderly and the people with disability the most. And how'd you get into making sure you serve the elderly and the disability? How, when you was looking at insurance, you was like, no, I wanna work in this particular area.
Well, how I got started, I leaped out on faith because I was going to a 9 to 5, hated the job, and I was just applying for jobs. And I got an interview. And when it was explained to me, it was about helping people. Well, I quit my job. I gave a 2 week notice. I got everything that I needed. And it's because I guess I'm just a helping person. And some of my clients, I go way beyond, to help them out. They get letters. That's one thing that I wanted to touch on. Family members.
Mhm.
You have a senior
Mhm.
that piles up their mail.
Mhm.
Please read the mail.
Yes. Yes.
They get very important mail, and a lot of them just don't understand what it's saying. But eventually, they lose their
There's
benefits,
Social Security benefits that letter that come every year to renew Social Security.
the
Yeah,
Medicaid.
yeah, and the
The
Medicaid, yeah,
Medicaid. They need to renew it.
every year.
They need help. I have a team, and my team will go out and help them. I get a lot of phone calls saying, "Look, my benefits changed. I got a letter,
Yeah, food
and they
stamps,
don't
all that. Yeah.
understand it." Well, we accommodate them. We're gonna pick up the phone and call.
Mhm.
You know, one of us.
And one of the things I love about your service, y'all actually go to the people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times with the elderly and the disabled people, I think they be at a disadvantage because they can't go to all of these
No, no,
offices
no,
and
no.
stuff like that.
No,
Like,
call a spade a spade. A lot of people in the family, when these elderly people get older and they no longer can give money to a family member, they forget about them. They
Hmm.
don't worry about them. So they buy themselves. So people, they like you said in her company, like you're saying, that's the great thing because they go to help these people because there's food programs. Sometimes the Social Security do not cover enough, and a lot of families don't want to be bothered with you when you're no longer working as elderly, and they really don't care. I know this firsthand when I'm dealing with my mom and her friends or church members. And my mom used to say, go check on such and such for me. Go check on. You go over there. And like she said, their business is not handled. They don't know they had a
they got
renewal
a
letter.
pile of
Yeah.
mail
And
sitting
then
on the floor.
because Social Security, because they not want a computer to get that email and know that
Huh.
they're elderly. So when that Social Security yearly and what they EBT do it and Medicare and all
Oh
of them,
yeah.
right? They send a renewal letter that you got to send that and sign. Just read it through it and make
And
that
just
thing
sign it.
change, sign it, and then they got to send that back. But they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to get on a computer and
Hmm.
go in there and pull up an email and do that.
Right.
And so that's what
They
makes go
need
great
that
for her.
help.
Yeah.
Yes, they need that help. We here to help them.
Mm.
I encountered a situation where that I I helped this lady, and then she called me and said, "No, no, no, I don't want that because
Mhm.
I don't want nobody in your business."
Mhm.
See, they don't
Mm-mm.
understand the programs that's out there for them. And I tried to break it down and break it down. And finally I said, okay, this is what you need to do to cancel. But in the long run, she's hurting herself.
Mhm.
I'm not going to come to you or speak to you and give you no wrong advice. I'm going to help you. And that's my calling. That's my blessing where that I take care of my people. My team will take care of their people. We go the extra 9 yards.
I've witnessed it firsthand.
No, it's important because
She'll be so
yeah,
patient. She'll sit there. She'll
mhm.
explain it over and
Because
over
they
again.
know how to deal with that system that's really trying to get over them. That's what you're basically saying. She knows because my mother was supposed to do long term health because my mother passed Alzheimer's dementia,
Mhm.
and so that's who I work with now, the Louisiana Board chapter to help with caregivers. And I remember it was the lady that came to help us because we didn't know about the Humana. I was living out of town, so I didn't know everything that was going on. And Humana, this lady came into our house. A black lady came in our house and she was working for a similar service. And we didn't know that Humana gives you a $200 card every week, or every month, where you could use it for some of your phone bill, go with food. I mean, all types of things. So if you don't know the services that you are really paying for as a taxpayer, they are there. And people like this lady is saying, "We got you." Because you will never know. It's so much that we didn't know, and it took for somebody to come in our house and then to really help and explain to me. So yeah, so go ahead, but please, I just want to let her know how important she is and what she's doing, because you don't know. I don't care how much money we make and what we know. When
Well,
they,
I
they
think
know the
I think with
system.
everything, it's about finding somebody that speak the language,
Yeah,
right? Like, and I tell people all the time, I refer to this. I ain't going to court without a lawyer.
Hmm.
Not
true.
because not because I think the lawyer's smarter than me, but the lawyer can
He
speak.
know. Yeah, he
The,
know.
the
That
lawyer
lawyer,
speak the
He or
language.
she
right?
know. Yeah.
The lawyer, I don't care what it is. If you going, I tell people all the time, even with my services, oh, you want to go deal with the radio people, you might want to bring somebody that speak their language with anything you do. And I've seen it firsthand with Miss Vanessa on how she understand the language. And one of the things I want to iterate is every year they change the rules.
Every
Hmm.
year,
Every
many
year
changes.
they change the rules, and that's one of the things that um, BSG has always iterated. Well, we know the new rules. Every open enrollment period is something different.
Because
The plans
they
changes.
trying to make sure that that funding that it don't get used. So people like her not there to make sure it's done right, and that funding that's set there for that. If it don't get used, it go back into the government system and they use it for other things.
And that's something that I stress to my clients. Use your benefits. If you have transportation, use it.
Yep.
Because if you don't use it, they're gonna take it away. You know,
I
the,
don't think
the
my
benefit
I
card.
don't think my mother-in-law use her. We've been talking
Bruh,
about that forever.
it's
She
a
don't
lot,
use her
bro. Get
transportation.
well
Well,
then get her to go
some
check
of
into
them
yeah.
don't need transportation because they
Now
have
she
the
need it.
family. Well,
Yeah,
she needs to call and set up her
I
rides.
man.
might I might
Let me
have
tell you
to
something.
I might have to get you to talk to her. She
Look,
actually at my house
Don,
right now.
Don,
I
do
might have
that.
to link
Don,
y'all up because
do it.
she ain't
Do it.
gonna listen to me.
Do it because let me tell you something. It's services that this lady knows about. When if
I'm,
I
as a matter
yeah,
of fact, wifey was listening. I don't know if wifey's still listening. We need to set up a meeting.
Okay.
yeah.
We got a couple days. She here with us right now.
Because anybody out there listening, please get with this lady because it's so much that I'm telling you. If you're doing like I did, where I had to take care of my mother, and my nephew was, I made sure he was straight, let him stay home, and then not work, and I, took care of all the bills and everything. The best thing that ever happened, no matter what my nephew knew, when these ladies start coming in, it was like, look, I know that this service only lets the lady that come there to do a therapy only 3 days a week or whatever. But let me show you how to do this. The lady whose name is Danielle. She said you're gonna talk to her, and she'll come another 2 days, but you can pay it. You know what I'm saying? Pay it for extra usage because they won't let her only come for 3 days to do my mom's
Based
therapy.
off of the
Yeah,
based off of the,
yeah.
the package.
And then,
Yes.
but then the lady come back around and she found some other things through Humana and whatever. Well, then I didn't have to
To
pay
the
for that.
doctor.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't know none of that existed. And she was like, "Why you not using your Humana card?" I said, "What? What?" She said, "What you think this is? Just to would she go to the hospital?" I'm like, "Well, no, I have medical insurance through my company." She was like, she said, "Watch this. Let me show you something." She went in there, opened up the thing, the portal on the computer, and my mother was getting $200 every month from her Humana, where you could pay the phone bill if you want to, gas, You know what I'm saying? You get basically abusing, you know, and food and everything. And I mean, I'm sitting there like we did not know anything, and I know people like her they know this. So please get
And then
with
I
them.
want to bring up one more thing too is all of these things that we're saying are important, but it's even more important because there's a deadline, right?
Mhm.
That you have to work within for these services, right?
So for open enrollment, it ends March 31st. But because we have a special election period, which is when we had that bad weather, well, they extended the time. So um April the 28th.
So we're gonna
Now,
so
we
sometime between honestly, it probably would be better if you get it done sooner the better,
get
right?
it sooner.
Sooner the better.
Yes.
Because normally I know it's a deadline. I didn't know that until I started working with Miss Vanessa, and she would say, "Well, if you don't change your stuff right now, then you're gonna have to wait to open enrollment the next year."
So one good thing about us, if you in the correct plan, we're not here just to make money. So we're gonna let you know you good. Do not let anyone change your plan.
Mm,
Now I want to touch on that food card, that benefit
mm,
card. A lot I have been encountering a lot of people, well, they have these chronic conditions, but they won't go to their doctor.
mm.
Well, you're going to end up on a plan and you're going to get the $200, but you can only buy over the counter medicines.
Yeah.
You have to go to your doctor.
Mhm.
So
You
going to
know,
those
going,
appointments
yes,
is
Yes.
keep your
Right.
important.
doctor
Yes.
appointment
Yes.
because the doctors is going to prescribe the medicine. They're not going to give you medicine that you really don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not to so that you can get this benefit
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
But everybody, it's like a group that's caring about your needs,
Mm-hmm.
your health, and you have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Take your medicine
Yes.
because you don't know that they're preventing you from a stroke
Mm-hmm.
or a heart attack,
Yes.
but they put you on this medicine, and that medicine is a preventive.
Mm-hmm.
So what I need to iterate that things are important. You need to first touch out and find out, are you in the right plan?
Mm-hmm.
Now is the time to find out. I have a client that I have to touch is because someone changed his plan and he's not even in the right plan. You know, you're getting these phone calls. Do not talk to the people over the phone. They don't care about your
Mm-hmm.
needs. That they don't. They're caring about making a dollar. You're never gonna be able to call them.
Mm-hmm.
They just put you in a plan. That plan is not the plan that you belong in.
Yeah.
Also, for those that do not receive Medicaid, they have chronic plans.
Mm-hmm.
The chronic conditions, heart, diabetes, and congestive heart failure. But you may not know that your doctor is treating you for those diseases.
Wow.
Whereas the medication that you're taking, that's what they're treating you for to prevent heart attacks and strokes.
And
Wow.
so for anybody that want to speak with you, you guys do something called a review, right? Where you go out to the people, it doesn't cost them anything.
No
No
cost to
cost
them.
at all. And so if we got people that's listening right now that may have family members, I always like to push this to people my age because our mothers and fathers and grandmothers and people, our elders and our families, we are kind of like the next generation
Yeah. Yeah.
to pay attention to these things. I always talk to my group, and maybe it may not pertain to you right now today, but what you want to do is make sure that you checking in with your family members, man, and make sure that your family members, if y'all don't do nothing but take a few minutes
Well, as long as they can communicate,
Mhm.
they understand what we're
Mhm.
talking about,
Okay.
then we can help them. If they don't understand, like have dementia,
Yeah.
things like
Yeah.
that, then I can't put them in a plan. Is because they're not understanding
Mhm.
what I'm saying,
Okay.
and that's where they do need a family member.
Okay. Now I'm gonna say this to y'all. I'm glad she said that.
Oh, what
For
does
all of you,
do the family member have to get like special paperwork or something
a
like
lot of
that
times
to?
you got power of attorney
Power
of
of
your son.
attorney.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
gotta have like the
Yeah.
power of
Yeah.
attorney.
So I'm gonna
I
say
think my
this.
mama got that
So
from
I'm
my grandma's
so I'm
mother.
gonna say
She has dementia.
So I'm gonna say this to some of y'all out there that just act like holy endowed that y'all care about your parents and y'all loved ones, and y'all really don't want to be bothered with this. Please get in touch with Miss Vanessa. When she tell you how to get in touch, she'll handle it. So just be honest. Some of y'all don't want to deal with it, and I've seen it. Get in touch with Miss Vanessa, and she'll handle it. Give her the rights to do it, and she will
I
handle it.
respect
And
it.
yeah,
You know,
That would be the number one reason I'm gonna call her because
and
I don't know and I
and
don't want to
see
be.
that, but that's a good reason. I don't know, but there got people that don't want to deal with it.
I'm gonna say this, please. Your parents raised you.
Yes, ma'am.
Take 10 minutes, take a 30 minutes and check on your family member,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that things go in full circle.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about this. You're going to get old,
Yep.
and who going to be there to help you?
God gonna return the
So
favor.
give your family member that respect.
Mm-hmm.
They earned it.
Yes, ma'am.
We here and we can only do so much,
Mm.
and we need to work with the families, because we're not going to come there and do anything that we should not do.
Yes, ma'am.
I recognize that you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm going to get my stuff and say, I need to speak with a family member. I need family members to be participate more into their lives,
Yeah.
with those benefit cards.
Mm-hmm.
Get them to the store,
Mhm.
and maybe that's an outing for them, or make sure that they have the things they need,
And go with them to the
the
doctor.
basic
Yes.
needs.
Go with them to the
To
doctor.
the doctor,
Mhm.
going to the doctor is very important,
Mhm.
because
'Cause they're
they come
scared.
home and
Mhm.
they don't know what the doctor just
Yeah.
told them, so they can't explain it to you.
Yeah.
So that's taking a day out of your life for a month, maybe 2-3 hours.
Because
Y'all, let's be more active with our seniors.
yes, ma'am.
We
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to take care of them. We are the next generation, and I say that from experience. My mother has dementia. My mother been staying with me for over 10 years. Love her to death,
Yep.
but she don't know. You try to bring her some paperwork, she liable to just tear it up.
Yep.
She don't know what you're talking
Me
about.
and my mom talk every day. My grandmother
Man,
has dementia.
you
She
blessed,
said
man.
every day she like every day my mom got a new story. She said,
Mm.
Lord, she don't learn how to open the doors and close the doors again. I
Man,
said, oh Lord.
man,
She cause mama said I had to put locks on everything in here.
that's why I got with Louisiana board. I'm on the board of chapter Louisiana Alzheimer's and dementia. I'm a ambassador for it, and I'm on the board because my thing was caregiving. I want to help people that do take care of their family, and I want to create. I'm raising money to create a stipend to be able to give monthly to people that caregive and take care of their family members, because I understand my mom will live with me for the last 3 years. And what you was talking about, that's why I got all the cameras and always got cameras and stuff, because we lost her once in the middle of the night. Just she walked out, and her thing
Oh
was
God.
with Alzheimer's dementia, they think about the past. So her thing was, I'm going. I knew where she was going, and that's where I found her
Oh,
at.
that's my
So
grandmama favorite
yeah,
thing. I'm
She
yeah.
going to
going home.
I'm going to my house.
Well, my mama was going to the parade because she loved Mardi Gras. So she wanted to go. I said, I know where she at. She's going. She's talking about Endymion going into the Superdome. I said, "Well," I
We
said
we
she got on the street car. She's downtown. And when I got downtown, we was in the car. 2 hours found her. You know what I'm saying? And she's failed. My mom, but she left the house and fought. So it's important, and then the people like Ms. Vanessa that will find the right people also.
well
I
that's
know you
what
help with that to
those
make sure the right
services for
people's with them.
those
Yeah.
services for those caregivers is a part of that, right, too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm praying that they
Yeah,
start
so
screening.
yeah.
I'm pushing for screening for Alzheimer's, because they don't screen for that. They screen for everything but Alzheimer's and dementia.
That diagnosis is very hard.
Yeah.
because when I brought my mama to the
Mhm.
doctor, she at first was not diagnosed with it,
Mhm.
but then when I found out, I'm like, okay, she has sundown.
Yes, that's
So I went, I
So at
told
certain
the
times she
doctor,
be okay,
oh
but
yeah.
most
then
See,
definitely,
sundown. You got sundown. Yeah, it's
yeah, that sundown is where
mhm.
they tear up stuff.
Yeah.
You know, my mama one time she rubber band all the knives together in the kitchen, and you know, so as
Mhm.
time progressed, she stopped doing all the things that she used to do.
Mhm.
Like she would help with a meal, you know, she cleaned up the kitchen or she did things like that. Now she done calmed down kind of because she's going down,
Yeah,
you know. But
that's
I wake I wake up and I'm like, well, where is can't find it, you know. I mean, things in her room just disappear. And I'm
yeah.
like, Lord,
Remote
I mean,
controls
it's how,
in
oh,
the
I keep the remote in my room.
yeah,
Is because you can't
yeah.
find it, you know. So it's a challenging situation, but your love should
Mhm.
overpower
oh, we be like
To
those
the
all hands on
situations.
Let me
deck
tell you,
around their house.
You
to the
got to.
today my mom, day of birthday, and to the day she left, man, you talking about a learning experience of learning, to learn about a person, a parent that has, a loved one that has Alzheimer's, and because it's some things and I know you know what I'm talking about that you go through, man, and I know you understand a lot of people because it fears. That's why my thing is about pushing so the black community can learn about it because now we've got things going on. I don't know if you know, they've diagnosed somebody as young as 37 with dementia, with Alzheimer's. So
Hmm.
and so it's getting younger, and so and we
Food.
got some good news with some because we always have our meetings about it. They also saying the same thing with autism, but they're also looking at it with dementia that it can be also be a form of diabetes because of what it does with the power, the blood to the brain and things like that. So they're looking in that, in clinical trials, who knows when we'll get the breakthrough on it, but they're looking at simpler situations and stem resale. But as for right now, that's the series. It's rough. And like you said, you watching. I watched I watched my beautiful, go from here to here. So
Hmm.
that's something, bro. That it's hard.
Yeah,
And you got a lot
I
of young
know, and I
people
know
by
that's a
themselves.
very,
Yeah,
very sensitive
it's
situation
It,
for you.
it's
But
just stressful.
it
You
is.
definitely,
know, you leave home because, like, I work, but I'm blessed with the family that I have.
You got help.
You
Yeah.
know, that she don't walk out.
Mhm.
You know, or that they're gonna.
yeah, my
She
mom's
she
been
got to the
so
stage
lucky
where
we
she
got
couldn't eat.
multiple people around.
Yeah.
Oh, and my grandmother do that
You need
sometimes.
the village.
Sometimes if it's not my mama, she ain't gonna eat. Like my sister,
Hmm.
like it's gotta be one of them two.
But I tell people to one thing I'll
We
tell
running short
anybody.
on
Yeah,
time, sir.
yeah. I tell anybody real quick, man. I tell anybody, man, when you have someone with Alzheimer's dementia, take them for a ride at least once a day if you can, and take them around things that were familiar to them,
Oh, we
and
take her back to her
that get them to
house.
talk. That no, that gets them to
That's what
talk.
make
That
her
they
happy.
no, they verbal. That gets them to talk and continue to be verbal. The brain, because when you take them around plus familiar, they feel better. Like I went to school there, and you let them ramble on, but they're talking and they're communicating. Their mind is moving, and so different shows also. Just little things I could give y'all, but I know we got to get off and let Miss
So
Vanessa finish.
A lot
let's
of
give
my
them that number.
clients know my mother
Mhm.
is because I would take her with
Oh,
me.
with you. Oh,
Yes,
okay. So
Yeah.
you bring her
yes,
with you
So I
sometime.
would
that calms
bring
the
her.
anxiety because
You
anxiety
know,
is the thing make them
her
run.
thing was she hated me on the highway. So I'm like, okay, mom, I'm going to the country. You coming, and
Right.
I'll get her ready.
Hmm.
And she arrived with me. So that kept her going. But then, she started asking about her in-law, I mean her family,
Hmm.
and it kills me to say, well, they're not here.
Yeah,
Right, right, right. Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
hard
well,
part.
she's resting,
Yeah.
but
I hate to say it, you sometimes you have to lie. because my mother, I was the one go get my sister when my sister was mentally going what she went through, and she said go get Deborah, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go get her, mom, because I know if I let it go in time, she's gonna forget that she asked me to go get her. But if I tell her, I learn her, tell her, say, well, she's past mom, she goes backwards.
Now that's what my
You know
mama
what I'm
tell
saying?
me. She'll be like, "Don't answer her on that, cause she about to get her going.
Yeah. So
Let her. She'll forget about it in a few minutes. Just give her a few
like you said,
minutes.
but
She'll
spend
leave you
time,
alone
man.
about it."
It's a village effort though, man, with Alzheimer's dementia, and I have to
So
say that.
so definitely let's give out that number for anybody that want to get that Medicaid review real quick. Let's give them the number.
It's 504-621-3687. And again, 504-621-3687.
And I'm
If
gonna
I don't answer, please leave a voicemail.
and she gonna answer her voicemails. She
Please,
really good
man.
about that. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
actually put this information on my page sometime today too. And we want to just make sure up until now and all the way throughout April that we making sure that we can help as many people as possible. Our game plan is to try to help as many people as possible. We know that this is an issue in the community, and this is one of our ways of making sure that we continue to service the community. And shouts out to Serv because he pushes me on things like this all the time because of his love for the elderly. And again, man, thank you, Miss Vanessa. Always a pleasure to have you on. And every time she give me some new information. And honestly, I gotta give Miss Vanessa a shout out because I have a bunch of new elderly friends over in Kenner at the Kenner
Oh,
Community
yeah.
Center.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that-
working out, huh?
Yeah, Miss Vanessa was the first one to bring me over there. And so now they invite me back all the time. Well, periodically, I'll say periodically. I've been over there a good few times, and it's always every time.
Don't go over there and play cards because they get you.
No, I go over there.
Okay.
I go over there and play music,
Okay. Oh yeah, I know you told me that.
and so I always have to tell them. I always tell a joke where I be like, Miss Helen, get back on that walker. Because when I go play the music, they always yeah
They
they
still human. Y'all might forget,
Yeah.
y'all might forget about them.
I
but
have to
they're still
remind
human.
them they be wanting to put that cane down and the walkers down, and I always have to remind them. I say,
They
"Now,
do that hip hop,
hey, I will cut this music off. You better get back on that walker."
and they probably break out laughing, man.
And you see, that's where we go at. We do a lot of events at the seniors,
Yeah.
the buildings or the senior centers.
Yeah.
You know, because like
I ain't seen my people
they
in a
be
while. I need to go check on them. I ain't
Yes,
seen my people
yes,
in a
we
minute over there. We got
definitely
to
have
go
to
back
in.
over there.
Yes.
But
So
yeah, definitely. I would definitely say this real
And they
quick.
ask about Miss Vanessa every time I.
Well,
What?
see, Miss Vanessa is the angel, man. So to all y'all out there, please, I won't say this. If you feel there's nothing to be embarrassed about, because sometimes some people are not made to take care of the elderly. Call Miss Vanessa. If you know you can't handle it, don't halfway do it because they deserve everything. They deserve the best because they sacrificed for you to be here. So you could do it in secrecy. Call Miss Vanessa and get somebody to help you with your loved one, the elderly loved one. If you don't have the time or you just can't handle it, don't let it go by the wayside. Because I promise you, when they're gone, you're gonna wish that you had called Miss Vanessa. Make it right. She did it for you. Call Miss Vanessa so Miss Vanessa can help you with your loved one, even if you don't have nothing to do with it. Just give her the rights to do what she needs to do because she loves him and care about him. And that's not saying you don't love him. You're really doing the best thing by calling you, correct? Instead of
Yes.
not dealing with your
We
loved
need
ones.
to
Because it's
deal-
hard. It's hard. You know, I had moments standing outside, man, 45 minutes crying, like, man, what I do without, I don't know people like Miss Vanessa. Like, it's hard, man. So please call Miss Vanessa, man. It's the best I can tell you.
Give them that number one more time before we get out of here.
504-621-3687.
All right, there it is, man. I got to get ready to go. It's been a great show. Welcome back, sir. The Big Chief, Real Talk coming up next, man. These gentlemen, I know they got a lot to talk about. Tomorrow we'll be back at it with more topics. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Morning Brew. And y'all set them alarm clocks. Y'all was moving a little slow this morning, man. Y'all set them alarm
You
clocks.
called me a little too early because you ain't up that early.
I was up this morning. I was ready. All right, man. Y'all keep that station locked. It is the Morning Brew on WHIV 1023 FM New Orleans. Shouts out to Miss JV5. I see you, babe.
She come later.
I gave you all of my love, gave you my mind, body, and soul. You took my love for granted. Oh, yes, you did. You were in my heart, in the cold. I gave you all of my love, gave you my mind, body, and soul. You took my love for granted. You were in my heart, in the cold. You knew that I loved you, baby, and I would do anything for you. When you come home from work, yeah,